against Dae-Hwan Kim. This fight brought to you by Resorts World Manila. Nothing compares. Kim in the red shorts, Tan Vu in the black. Much the taller man, the Australian. He does look imposing as he comes forward, Kim, with great confidence into the space of his opponent.
Nice left hook there by Vu.
Oh, good straight right as well.
So far, both guys just kind of feeling each other out and trying to see what the other game plan is, find the reach. Obviously, Tan Vu's going to have a couple extra centimeters on the reach there. Ate a kick to the ribs.
3 in a row.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. There's a fourth.
Nice kick.
Oh, good right hand from the Korean as well. And he's flailing away there. Tan Vu gave as good as he got. And a good right hand from Tan Vu. A couple of them in there.
You got to be careful in those crazy exchanges like that when you're just kind of saying, all right, we're going to go toe-to-toe and just trade leather. You hit me, I'll hit you. Whoever falls down first loses.
Anything could happen.
You know, it's fun to watch, but it's not necessarily the most technically savvy. Oh, there's a nice takedown by Kim.
Tan Vu showed quite a lot of strength to get up and out of that.
Vu did a good job of getting back to his feet. Got his back against the cage, hip turned to the side. And Vu's going to try to get out of here and either spin Kim back to the cage. You hear the corner of Vu yelling, turn him, just like that. Caught his opponent sleeping there. Now he's able to apply the leverage into Kim. He's got that head on the chin, good head positioning.
That right arm locked up, though.
Yep. And you see how Vu's left hand is controlling the right hand of Kim. That opens up the punches and the strikes, and he's keeping his head on the chin of Kim, too. That's good experience working there.
Just this exchange of knees to the thigh, absolutely brutal.
Yeah, those really take the toll, all those leg shots. Oh, nice uppercut and left hook.
Yeah, we've seen good work with the hands from these two, and there's a cut above on the inside of the left eyebrow.
Oh, over the top, nice right. Oh, his mouthpiece is out. And a leg trip. Nice takedown by Kim. I don't know if the referee saw that the mouthpiece came out of one of the fighters.
He's just spotted it.
But yeah, there's too much action for them to stop the fight. They need to get to a position where they can take a second.
A knee to the back of the head, and that certainly got the attention of Olivier Coste.
Yeah, you can't knee to the back of the head. That may have been an accidental blow, but a couple of nice elbows.
Well, I wonder if it was the feeling that cut had opened up that got Kim's surge of action there.
It looks like Kim is working in on front guillotine choke here. Oh, that's a short guillotine. It's like a modified guillotine. Now you let it go.
Olivier Coste will all the while be looking for an opportunity to get that mouthpiece back in.
That opportunity may have to wait to the end of the round. I'm not sure if he wants to break any action unless he sees a lull in it where he can get that mouthpiece like this.
There it is.
Back in.
Often they give it a bit of a wash. I don't know if they did that. Not to worry. It's a tough old game. So that cut that Kim has, it's on the inside corner of the eyebrow, the left eyebrow. Doesn't look to be particularly troublesome.
No, and even though that they both ate a couple of punches, you know, Vu looks like he has his whereabouts. He doesn't look like he's too concerned about standing in there and banging. Kim's got a little cut over the eye, but either fighter really looks like they're fading it all here. Just kind of waiting for their opening and jumping in for those punches.
Very exciting handwork from both guys throughout this round, and down goes Kim, but he's going to run out of time.
There's like 3 or 4 extra punches after that bell.
Well, we've seen some cracking action with the fists here in that opening round. It was a fairly pedestrian start from both men, but my goodness, it livened up.
Well, Kim connected here with a few kicks right to the midsection, and then he thought he saw an opening to go toe-to-toe. Kind of hard to figure out who got the better of those 2 punches, but a couple of short shots that just missed the button, and then that over-the-top right elbow. Kim answers with a nice right hand right to the chin. And that's what's made that mouthpiece come out. And towards the end of the round here, spinning back fist that missed, but man, did that uppercut connect right on the dot. I think that bell rang, and we got a couple extra punches in on both sides.
All right, everything's fine. Okay, he has not much more power than you. All right, 1-2 drive, yeah? That's all I want. All right, we're good?
Get stuck in your hand, okay?
Let's go, you got this.
Did he just say he has not much more power than you?
I'm not sure that I understood what he said there, actually.
Unless I heard wrong, that seemed like an odd thing to say. I'm a little perplexed by that.
Think how his fighter feels.
Fight already? Fight already?
Now you can see that cut not so very big, just a bit of a scratch, really. What tremendous give and take we saw there with the fists from both these guys. Thrilling first round once it warmed up.
Oh, we saw that Kim is ready, willing, and able to mix the kicks up and then come back up high with the punches. And Vu's thrown some nice combinations with hooks and uppercuts and had some success. You see right there again, Kim with the I thought about throwing a back fist spin, but didn't follow through with it. Now Van Vu in on a nice double leg. Good drive all the way to the cage.
Oh, we have a camera directly above them there, and as Kim's body was lifted up.
Just rabbit hopped onto Kim's back here.
He nearly headbutted the camera, but they're safe.
Kim's got kind of a funky position here. He has one hook in, he's gonna slide off and end up being in guard here because his left foot wasn't inside the hip of Kim, but we get to see how Vu works off of his back and what kind of offense now he can mount from here. Kim's gonna try to work to push down on that left leg of Vu and work to pass and improve his position. Start to work his right leg free. That's kind of the chess match that goes on here when you're on your back. The guy in the bottom wants to regain guard position, look for submissions or sweeps. The guy at the top is just constantly working, just like Kim did there, to move either cross side into mount.
Kim's working a lot with that forearm and elbow into Tan Vu's face.
That's called staying busy. That's what the refs like to see when you're on the ground. And you can, that's a good job of using the cage there.
Yeah, it was a good job. You can do that. You can't grip the cage with your toes, although you do see fighters get away with it quite often, but
it's kind of hard to tell where the gripping stops and where the walking begins. If anyone ever beats someone because that guy was able to grip the cage better with his toes, you probably shouldn't be fighting at that level of MMA anymore.
Knee to the head there from Kim. Tan Vu, the recipient. That's another one he's looking for there. Didn't quite connect that time.
Well, that's one of the things that I love about the rule set here in 1FC is that the knees to a downed opponent being allowed, it just creates much more of a dynamic movement on the ground because you can't get lazy and just kind of sit there and punch or be complacent.
And while we're talking about rules, and given that we're in the middle of the second round, worth emphasizing that the judging in 1FC is on the fight as a whole. There's no 10-point must system, no round-by-round scoring. This system far better suited to mixed martial arts and 5-minute rounds.
And there's Vu's working on that right uppercut again. He's connected on it on 2 occasions with those hooks and uppercuts. A nice little short elbow thrown over the top by Kim.
As they get a little more tired, those punches are very sort of army, not much shoulder and body weight behind them. There's some good punches there, though, from Kim. Really connected very well, and Tan Vu goes down. And then he takes a kick to the head, and he's in big trouble now. Will he get through this?
He's got to be careful here. He is really on just rubber legs.
just took a knee to the head as well, and here come the forearms. I don't think this will go on much longer.
Kim needs to create a little distance here to throw a little more powerful punches so that the referee can see that he's really doing some damage here, because he had Vu just rocked with those punches that came through.
Elbows to around the eye, and that's if he can just keep this up, I think the referee's going to jump in. He's asking the question, Olivier Coste, are you all right? Do you want to give up?
You have to be able to intelligently defend yourself too, and the referee sees that you went to a knee, then you got taken down, now you're turning your back. These are all very defensive movements that say that you're in trouble. And speaking of being in trouble, another rear naked choke is pretty deep.
There it is.
That is it.
Well, the rear naked choke did it, but it was the punches that preceded that move that finished the fight. And look at the elation from Kim's corner.
And right after he rocked Vu and put him on Goofy Street, he had wobbly legs, got into the mount position, and then Tan Vu rolled over, exposing his back. Kim did a good job of seeing the rear naked choke.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Olivier Coste calls a halt to this bout at 4 minutes, 10 seconds of round number 2 for your winner by submission via rear naked choke, Daewon Kim!
Well, Kevin Blingon starts slow for about 9 to 13 seconds, and then he just unloads the Uzi of attacks on you.
Yeah, watch out for it, people.
He does put together great combinations. And Daewon Kim is super aggressive, too. This just shows you the amount of respect that Daewon Kim has for Kevin Blingon's striking ability.
No punches thrown just yet. Stalking each other out.
Stalking the prey, I think, is what's going on.
Kim on the outside of the cage, circling, Blingon in the middle, inching forward all the while. The first kick there of the contest.
See, what you're watching now isn't a feeling out process. What you're watching now is the slow burn of a dynamite explosion. The bananas that is going to happen when one of these two crazy guys unleash.
Well, the crowd aren't feeling it.
It's all right. We know how this fight starts. Both these guys, Daewon Kim, Kevin Blingon, once they find their groove, they don't go back to feeling you out.
Yeah, this is not the kind of fight we just saw.
They carve you apart. It's crazy. So this is definitely a lot more of a timid pace than I think we've seen in the past, but both fighters have a tremendous amount of respect for each other. Just like that, boom. Told you, he's gonna unleash rapid fire.
I was just gonna say exactly what you said. I think it's a respect thing. They know there's a lot of power in these attacks.
There, bam, big right hand by Kevin.
When they come together, it is explosive, and there was a clash of heads there in the process.
Not a growing, no growing, not a back, Kevin. He's okay.
It's going to be interesting to see who has the better wrestling and jiu-jitsu, because this really could be where this fight gets decided if the stand-up gets negated. Oh, nice takedown by Kevin Blingon.
He's working hard, working very hard to maintain control.
And we got the best seats in the house. Fight's right in front of us. Body lock there by Kevin Blingon.
Thrashed against the cage wall there, almost knocking our cameraman off his little ladder.
And Kevin Blingon has shown great takedown defense, too, in the past. Great balance, good movement. We didn't get to see a ton of Daewon Kim his first time out. He did beat Dan Vu with that rear naked choke, so we know he's comfortable on the ground and has a perfect record. Keeping a perfect record against a guy like Kevin Blingon.
Brutal attack.
It's very tough.
That's what I was talking about.
And this is what, yeah, this is exactly like we said. When they unleash, they let the dogs loose.
The hands and the feet coming in quick fire succession from Blingon. When he unloads, he really throws at it.
Just misses with the spinning elbow. Good takedown again by Kevin Blingon.
We told you the action would come. It was only a matter of time.
Daewon Kim's looking to work that deep half. Deep half right, might try to come out the back door here. Otherwise, Kevin Blingon's just going to mount, step his right foot over. I wonder if Kevin Blingon took the diaper comment
Personally?
personally. Oh, he just missed taking the back.
Yeah,
That's a bulldog choke.
There you go.
We don't see those very often. This will be the first time I've seen a bulldog choke happen in Asian mixed martial arts, if he does end up catching this, but that's deep. You don't get a crazy amount of leverage from this position because you can't really use your hips to extend away, but he definitely has just a very deep choke. And the problem is that you expose your back just like that if he gets out.
Elbows to the back of the head.
Okay, next fight.
Can't elbow the back of the noggin.
Shimada will be on top of that, you can bet.
Daewon Kim's now working out in the back. Oh, that's deep.
That's gotta be deep. Oh, and Kevin Blingon has tapped out. This crazy guy from Korea has shocked us all.
We said it was going to be a lightning fast fight. I said, don't blink, this could be over in the first round, and if it does, it's going to be explosive fashion. And man, I don't want to toot my horn, but we know a good fight when we have a good fight. That was craziness.
Well, the crazy stop-start career of Kevin Blingon has taken a drop. And he's pretty devastated up above us, but this man has just put himself in quite a position in the bantamweight division with an RNC finish. And it was while Blingon was attacking.
Oh, Kevin comes in with everything. And it was just a great exchange back and forth.
This is where the rear naked choke came in. Kevin will tap any second. There it is. Wow. Well, good as this Korean is, personally, I didn't expect that outcome. But it just shows what a danger this man is to other exponents in the bantamweight division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yuji Shimada calls a halt to this battle at 4 minutes 39 seconds of round number 1 for your winner by submission via rear naked choke, Otogi J1 Kim.
Nice little right hand right there. Backed up Kim a bit.
The height difference quite apparent, even though Teng Lee Ge does crouch a little bit in that stance. What a slapping kick to the left thigh.
Just a thunderous leg kick that just echoes through Stadium Putra here. Kim is trying to feel out Ge, but Ge's just moving forward very effectively.
Those shorts rolled up nice and high, Teng Lee Ge, like the Muay Thai fighter he is. Another slapping kick to the inside of the left thigh that time. Very, very close to the family jewels. You'll have to be careful with that. That's the accuracy that a Muay Thai fighter will require.
No wasted movement whatsoever with that leg kick. It comes out of there like a shotgun shell.
Overhand right. Just scraped the beard of the Korean.
He's got some explosive striking power. He believes he has the advantage here on the feet.
Wow, what quick hands Teng Lee Ge has.
Kim trying to adjust to the distance here. There's that thunderous leg kick again. Kim's the one stalking forward, though. Teng Lee Ge is just barely missing with some of these big strikes.
When Kim comes in, he's really exposed to the very, very quick hands that this much taller man has. When you combine reach and speed, that is a pretty devastating combination in the stand-up.
Kim's constantly pushing forward, trying to close that distance.
One guy's fight.
Right hand from Kim. Just landed nicely on the jaw. Whoa, those are quick hands from the Chinese man.
Got to get hold that single leg, throwing it up in the air.
Oh, he's done so well to stay on his feet.
Kim drags him to the ground, gets one hooked in as he has his back. This is not a good position for Tung Le Ge to be in. Let's see if Kim can get that other leg, that right leg, wrapped on the inside of Tung Le Ge's body.
There's nothing around the throat yet. Tung Le Ge's left hand just preventing that. You can see he's grabbing his opponent's wrist. The right hand, I imagine, doing the same. We can't quite see it.
This is going to be interesting to see Tung Le Ge's ground game because he is primarily a Sanda fighter. He doesn't have much experience training on the ground. So to have a mixed martial artist, the level of Kim on your back is a dangerous thing for Tung Le Ge to be in. And he's got both hooks synced in here. This could be academic as far as how long it's going to take.
This could be a problem. There's the arm, not yet under the jaw, but it may not be far off. Cranking that jaw inwards. It's on the chin. Will it slip under? Tung Le Ge's got to keep that chin down, not allow that arm to get in. Otherwise, we're on borrowed time.
Kim's got over a minute to work in this round. Tung Le Ge is probably going to have to toughen it out. He's moving to the wrong direction now. He's actually going the right way before. He's got to try to, there's that one hand, that's good. Let's see if he can get that second hand off. That's good. See, actually, he brings the arm underneath his own arm to defend.
And yeah. So Kim gave that up because of the maneuvering his opponent had done. Has a second attempt at it, though.
Tung Le Ge should just hold on to that one arm.
That'll be enough.
See if it's enough. He's actually scrapped his way out, and he's got back up to his feet.
Nicely
and
done.
He's got Kim's back.
And the crowd love it. 39 seconds left in the opening round. Very educated crowd here at Stadium Putra. They love their mixed martial arts. They come out and fill this arena time after time.
Attempted his own rear naked choke, but gets taken down and is now inside control. I may have underestimated the ground game of Tung Le Ge, but it looks like Kim is now inside control, which is a dominant position for grappling. Tung Le Ge's trying to worm his way out, create some explosion. He's got good scrambling, too. These seem to be his most beneficial tactics.
Round for the back again, but he's running out of time. Only 5 seconds left in this opening round. Just by keeping that chin down, Tung Le Ge will see out the round. What a great first round it was. Let's not forget, Dae-Hwan Kim has been in with Bibiano Fernandez. If Tung Le Ge can continue to put on a show like this, he propels himself right up the bantamweight rankings and in a great position. This fight brought to you by Amnig, to the max.
You can see the defense of Tung Le Ge here is actually educated on the ground. You can see here he's initiating the scramble rather than just sitting there, and then getting the back of Kim and actually attempting his own rear naked choke. You got to get the position before you actually attempt the submission, and I think that was just a little bit of his inexperience in not being able to get and actually control the back on Kim.
Second round then, after a cracking first round. And that meant Tung Le Ge, it's fair to say, has surprised a lot of us at cage side.
Back.
Even Dae-Hwan Kim.
Fight!
As they touch hands, let's see if Kim adjusts his strategy or if he still wants to stand and bang with Tung Le Ge, who has the obvious reach advantage and may have done more damage in the stand-up. There's that swooping big left hook.
Whoa.
Nice inside leg kick. He's doing damage with those leg kicks.
A lot of power in that, wasn't there?
Dae-Hwan Kim trying to spin into something. Barely misses. Tung Le Ge respects that, gives him a little high five. Good try. Kim looks like he's ready to explode into some spinning kicks. So he's kind of stepping forward there. Ooh, nice big right hand by Tung Le Ge. He can fire that right hand so quick out of the pocket. Looks very comfortable on his feet. There's an initiates the strikes. Kim's kind of moving in. Measuring distance. There's a nice little jab. Kind of keeps Kim honest.
Oh. Brutal kicks to the belly. Those big legs. Oh, yeah, caught him on the way in.
Nice right hand, good show of respect by these two.
It's been fought in very good spirit, this fight.
Kim doesn't look like he has the answer to that reach advantage of Tung Lee Ge. He's coming in right there. He's trying to close the distance, but he's just not landing big strikes.
Did manage to land a right hand there as he almost caught Kim's leg in the process. That would have been a nice little combination to put together. Didn't quite come off, though.
Tung Lee Ge seems to be waiting for the attack, waiting for Kim to miss, and then counter with strikes of his own.
He's very alert. Had a little look up at the scoreboard there, Tung Lee Ge, just to see how long left in this round. I can tell him it's just over 2.5 minutes.
He's halfway through this round. Kim seems okay to engage with him on his feet. See, he keeps trying to spin in for it, but Tung Lee Ge kind of sees that it's coming, and he just steps to the side. Both fighters seem to be concerned with the clock. They keep kind of looking up there at the big screen.
Heavy leather being exchanged. It's hard to see just looking at Tung Lee Ge how he makes bantamweight. He's a quick record.
Now these guys are both just kind of dropping their heads and swinging for the fences. Kim's got a body lock now. See, this is where the grappling or the clinch game of Tung Lee Ge is handy. He's got the back now of Tung Lee Ge. Kim slipping his hooks in, so you can see both his feet are hooked inside the legs of Tung Lee Ge. This is not a good position.
Oh, and there's the arm. Oh, just thought he had it around the neck there. Tries again, there it is.
Now he's synced it back in.
Again, the chin is down. He doesn't seem that interested in locking it in for now. Oh,
now Kim's got the mount. Tung Lee Ge, he's got about 75 seconds to the work.
Elbow on the head, spins round to prevent that. He doesn't want any more of those elbows on the forehead.
Here comes some more big elbows
to the top of the head this time.
Oh, there's the chin. He's only got one hook in, though.
There's not much he can do about it.
You see, but Kim's only got one hook in, so he can't doesn't have the hook, but he does it.
With one arm, he pulled it off.
That's strength right there, Steve, to tap somebody on the side like that and to sink that choke in. That was a beautifully done choke by Dae-Hwan Kim,
who is back. And Bibiano Fernandes may be watching that one in Brazil and saying, yep, come on then. Couple more fights, maybe let's do it again.
There's the spinning attack of Dae-Hwan Kim, and this is when they just drop their heads and start swinging at each other. And then nice little exchange right there. And Tung Lee Ge tries to initiate, and here's the finish right now. You can see he's just kind of on the side right there, deep inside on that left arm, and just squeezed and finished Tung Lee Ge in a very nice finish for Dae-Hwan Kim.
I'm really looking forward to seeing this Chinese man fight again, though.
To present the prize to the winner, we have Mr. Colin Chong, CEO of AMNIG. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Joey Lepitan calls a halt to this battle at 4:08 of round number 2. For your winner, by submission, via rear naked choke, Dae-Hwan Kim!
Round number 1. This world title fight is brought to you by 19A.
Kairat AKhmetov coming out of the southpaw stance here. Judging the distance, you can see that long range by Adriano Moreas.
AKhmetov, the challenger, the Kazakh in the white trunks. Moreas, the champion, the Brazilian, in the black and white trunks. Slapping kick from Moreas. Heavy on the back foot is Akhmetov.
Adriano's the one trying to circle around the ring, understand the attack of Akhmetov. What's he really trying to do? How is he trying to set up the takedown? If it's coming, or is he going to choose to keep this fight on the feet?
Moreas just missing with that step-in right hand. Head kick. Akhmetov says, I appreciate that. Come back for more.
It slid off the hand, and that did connect to the top of the head of Akhmetov. He has worked so hard at improving his striking.
Another low kick from the champion, Moreas. Akhmetov trying to defend that head kick. Two have been thrown his way. Early stages of this fight. 3:10 remaining, round number one. Kick caught, nearly to the ground. Moreas pulling out. Bounce in this step of Adriano Moreas.
Nice and light on his feet. You can see Akhmetov kind of standing flat-footed.
He's much heavier as the Kazakh.
As Adriano's moving around, circling left and right, changing stances now to match the southpaw stance of Akhmetov.
You'll note the back foot of Akhmetov. Will stand very heavy on that back foot. Trying to load up his rear power in that southpaw stance.
Yeah, definitely you can see that long range. He's got about 7 centimeters in reach and height on Akhmetov, so he can pick him apart with a jab, and really it's hard for Akhmetov to get in close and to strike as long as he keeps that jab active and moving.
Chant in favor of Kairat Akhmetov.
The Kazakhstan fans are out in full force right now, Sean.
He has virtually 100% support of the crowd here in Beijing, China, to the inside Akhmetov.
And that shows you how strong Akhmetov is. He stopped the takedown and immediately spun him around to the cage.
Moreas smartly circling out. Moreas does not seem to be rattled by the pro-Akhmetov crowd. Spinning back kick, nothing there but sending a message.
Possibly some of that capoeira you said we might not see, Sean. He's throwing it. If we see some handstands, then we'll talk.
No hand plant on the spinning back kick, at least not yet. 60 seconds remaining, round one. Scheduled for 5, this world title bout. Moreas very focused. Tuning out the crowd, understands his mission at hand. Snap kick, almost like a savate kick with the toes extended to the chest of Akhmetov. Swing and a miss. Good duck under from Moreas. He's looking very quick.
You can see Moreas trying the unconventional leg attacks. There he is with a jumping knee. He's spinning, he's attacking the head, he's attacking the legs with the kicks. Definitely give Akhmetov a lot of different leg attacks to look at.
Akhmetov throwing a 3-punch combination, nothing landing. Kick to the body, that landed. Final seconds, round one. There is the bell.
Here we go.
Tough first round there, you know, a lot of feeling out process going. These fighters know it's a 5-round fight that we have in the championship tilt. So this is tough. They're trying to gauge their energy, they're trying to conserve, they're trying to feel each other out, finding exactly what the other opponent is offering to them. At this stage, you see the aggression. You're seeing Akhmetov constantly pushing forward, you know, controlling the center of the cage. But Adriano is throwing the attacks. He's throwing the leg attacks. He's trying to mix things up, going to the head, going to the body, and also throwing some punches as well.
For you, who's winning the fight after 5 minutes?
Man, that's a tough call, Sean. You know, we've got a lot of different things to look at, but right now, the striking superiority I would have to give to Adriano Moreas because while Akhmetov is controlling the center of the cage, Adriano Moreas is landing the different leg attacks.
I agree with your assessment. Heading into round number 2, you see the champion, Adriano Moreas.
Round 2.
That's what is at stake. One championships, flyweight world title. 2 submission specialists, all stand up thus far. Kick just under the chin. Akhmetov trying to open up his attack, missing with that head kick. That looked almost capoeira-esque on the turn. Now the level change. Big sprawl from Akhmetov.
See, we know how talented Adriano Moreas is on the ground. We know he's such a magician when it comes to the submissions. But with a wrestler the caliber of Akhmetov, does he have the takedown ability to drag this fight to the ground and get into his territory?
A lot of lateral movement from Moreas. Extending out the left hand. See, Akhmetov has his left hand loaded in the southpaw stance. Kick caught. Moreas feinting on the level change. Up and down movement from the champion. Side kick.
Adriano seems to be bothered by his nose. He's constantly brushing his face, and it looks like something might be bothering him there.
Again, you see Moreas pawing at his nose.
That's never a good sign. If something's broken, you got to be so careful not to make any sort of initial reactions to possibly blow the nose or to clear it, because that could swell up beyond belief. It's definitely giving him some kind of problem. If Akhmetov can start to put the pressure on and initiate the attacks, there's so much respect given, though.
2:55 remaining, round number 2. Kairat Akhmetov trying to improve his pro MMA record to 23-0 and take the flyweight world title of one championship from the belt holder, Adriano Moreas. Again, the crowd vocalizing their support for Kairat Akhmetov. Head kick over the top, waist cinch. Trying to put the Greco in play, but then Akhmetov eats a knee, still hits the takedown. Open guard for Moreas.
That's a big score right there as he dragged Adriano Moreas to the ground. Now we get to see that brilliant jiu-jitsu game of Adriano Moreas.
Olivier Coste telling Moreas, get your toes out of the cage. You can put the toes and the fingers through, you can't actually grasp. That's what Moreas did there. Well recognized by Coste.
And a lot of times it's instinctual. You're not trying to cheat, you're not trying to gain an advantage. You're just trying, it's a human reaction just to kind of get your balance a little bit.
Getting the warning from Coste for Moreas. Moreas, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, comfortable on his back, working out of open guard. You see trying to sit up. Akhmetov trying to clear the legs.
This is the position that's won Akhmetov so many contests, is he gets in the top position, controls his opponents, and imposes his will.
Akhmetov stepping in with the knee. Big takedown. Getting below the hips. There's where you really see the Greco-Roman background from Akhmetov.
And you can also see the frustration on Moreas' face. It's like, again, getting sucked back into the ground.
The tight clinch, the upper body locks from Kairat Akhmetov. So effective in Greco-Roman wrestling, so effective in MMA.
Sean, you can see that he's kind of holding the arms to try to prevent any sort of ground and pound.
Difficult position for Adriano Moreas. Right leg is controlled. Akhmetov trying to land the right hand. Now a left to the body and another. There's a left to the head. Akhmetov trying to work the side control. Still in that open half guard, that open guard.
You can see now Adriano is trying to attempt. He's got that one leg hooked. He's trying to slide into the back. He pops that leg out.
Moreas nearly out the back door, and he is.
Beautiful transition by Adriano Moreas to secure the top position to end the round.
10 minutes up, 10 minutes down. We fight on here in Beijing. Kazakhstani supporters of Kairat Akhmetov.
After 2 rounds, we can see here is Akhmetov running in, trying to get that takedown, picking up Adriano, driving him to the ground. And that was kind of the story of this round. You know, the first round we had Adriano Moreas landing the kicks, you know, controlling the stand-up game. But that round, we could clearly see Akhmetov, you know, utilizing his ground and pound and his control on that top game to really secure that round. So it's really close at this point, but we're judging that as a whole, as we do in the global rule set. Man, we might have to give a slight advantage to Akhmetov.
Seconds out. Seconds out, please. Seconds out.
Seconds out called. Very technical, very tactical between these two outstanding fighters.
Man, Sean, I love fights like this. We've got 2 high-level competitors, Greco-Roman wrestling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, contesting in a battle of wills here for the 1 flyweight world championship.
Round number 3. We can go a maximum of 5 rounds, a maximum of 25 minutes.
You can see Akhmetov still standing flat-footed, nice body kick. But Akhmetov spins him down to the ground.
Kick caught, but you see how active Adriano Moreas is with his legs.
Immediately threatens with a submission again. Here we go, he's setting up something.
Big push off and right back to his feet. Started to work out of half butterfly to Moreas. Saw the advantage to push off and explode up. Now the low kick from the Brazilian champion. Hands much lower now for Kairat Akhmetov here in round 3. Still it's the Kazakh coming forward.
You can see Adriano kind of twitch that leg, threatening the body kicks again.
Kick to the body, Akhmetov acknowledges that. Akhmetov has the habit when he's caught with this strike, he really shows it on his face and with his body language.
Yep, you got me. It's okay. I'm not hurt, but that kind of gives the judges the impression that it did, because when you acknowledge it, something bothers you.
Step in knee, now looking for the guillotine. Tough to get from this position. Akhmetov powering back up to his feet. That was nicely defended, nicely done. Outstanding crowd. Akhmetov can hear his home country supporters here in China. Moreas simply does not seem bothered, certainly not flustered.
You know, when you're in there in the cage, Sean, just the whole world just kind of gets like curtains drop over the cage. You can hear a rumble, you can hear a roar, but you're completely zoned in and trying to find that magical moment where nothing else matters except you and your opponent.
Call for action from Olivier Coste. Moreas on his bicycle, you see the lateral movement, big kick to the body. Akhmetov suddenly in stalking mode.
But everything's coming a little bit slower, Sean. He's moving forward, he's pushing the pace, but I just think that's Adriano's style, is more of the backpedaler, counter puncher, counter kicker.
Nothing on that head kick. Bouncing the step of Moreas, resets center of the one championship cage. Again, Coste trying to spur on the fighters, and it worked. Akhmetov hitting the takedown into half butterfly guard for Moreas.
This is where we've seen Akhmetov be a little bit more effective, you know, utilizing the takedown, controlling the position, because Adriano Moreas is winning the stand-up game. He's landing more kicks, he's moving better, he just has the advantage there. This is where Akhmetov is advancing and showing superiority.
Close guard now for Moreas. Under the knee, now looking to attack. Beautifully done on the bottom from Moreas. Hooked under the knee, now attacking that right arm of Akhmetov.
See, I like how his hips are following Adrian's hips. As Adrian's kind of sliding away to set up a possible submission, Akhmetov is just following hip to hip to really negate any possible submission attempt that Adrian Moreas might have.
Back to close guard for Moreas. Akhmetov trying to walk that fine line, wants to be aggressive with ground and pound, but doesn't want to raise up and get caught in a triangle or in an armbar. Moreas again, very active with his bottom game, very active with his guard. Opening it, back to close guard, low close guard now, below the waistline, below the hips.
But as he attempts that arm bar and as he kind of reaches under the leg, Akhmetov just sprawls out, flattening Moreas down, and then just follows the hips around.
Moreas doing a nice job lacing through on the legs. Now the hammer fist from the bottom from Adriano Moreas. Akhmetov being very cautious, and again, he was emphatic, his respect for the ground game, the submission game of the champion.
He has that respect, but he's continually trying to take Moreas down. So I don't think he's scared of it. There might be some respect there because you can see he's done his homework. He's studied the offensive attack of Adrian Moreas as we end the third round.
3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship round.
Here was that attempt at an armbar, and then Moreas pushing away. And here we can see him from the attempted guillotine that he uses. He just kind of holds up and gets stood right back up. Akhmetov trying to use the punches that came in. Here's that big overhand right that led to the takedown of Moreas. And that was where the last part of that round just kind of maintained Akhmetov on top and Moreas fighting from the bottom.
It's very tight, it's very close to a scorecard.
Man, that's such a tough call. I would hate to be a judge in this contest right now, but we've got to look at the effective ground control of Akhmetov versus the striking attack of Adriano. At this point in time, you got to give it a slight edge, very slight edge to the champion.
You just saw the indication from our one championship round card girl, LQ, that we have now officially moved to deep water. That's what's at stake. The gold, the strap, the championship belt. Round number 4.
Now we're entering the championship rounds. This is when exhaustion starts to take over your heart and determination comes into play. How bad do they want it? And each of these fighters, they look so much bigger than their flyweight limit. These guys are big, so the weight cut has got to be taken into consideration as well. Who had the better rehydration strategy? Who had better weight cutting techniques?
Undefeated Kairat Akhmetov in his one championship debut enters at 22-0, facing the Brazilian champion, 13-1. Looking for his second successful defense of this, the one championship flyweight title, Adriano Moreas. Moreas coming forward, shuffling back and forth, trying to stay light on his feet, spinning back low kick. That landed on the front of the thigh.
See, this is where we're seeing a new and improved Moreas. He's moving well, he's light on his feet, he's setting up these big kicks with his hands. Nice defense there on the takedown.
We saw that in round 3, almost on cue. Olivier Coast calls for action. Akhmetov tries to oblige with the takedown. He hit it in round 3, couldn't hit it there.
I do believe that's where he's seen most of his success. That's what's advancing him in the scorecards. But we're seeing a different striker come out of Moreas. Now he's the one pushing forward and controlling the center of the cage.
Good left hand. Akhmetov landed that flush. Moreas walking through it, coming forward once more. You can see Moreas slowly trying to turn up the volume here.
Well, that's when a champion emerges. In these 4th and 5th rounds, the champion's heart comes into play. He's been there so many times. He knows what it takes to put this fight away.
Left hand didn't get through. Moreas resets, comes forward, now into the clinch. Moreas looking for the takedown, then pulls out. 2:35 remaining, round 4. Not much between these two outstanding fighters, at least not yet. Very tight, very even. Feint with the big left hand from AKhmetov.
AKhmetov switching back to the orthodox stance here. Into southpaw as he throws a big head kick and misses.
Body kick lands. Counter body kick from Moreas didn't get through. That body kick did.
Man, those are gonna take a little bit of steam out of your engine, landing those body kicks late in the 4th round here.
Getting the Kazakh crowd showing their support loudly for Kairat AKhmetov. Jump in knee, nothing on that from Moreas. Twice he's thrown that in round 4, twice he's unable to land that.
The takedown attempts are tenacious, just consistently trying to push forward to the takedown. Shoots it on the leg, slides up to the upper body. Very advanced takedown game shown by AKhmetov. Here he's got the body clinch, a wide base stance by Adriano Moreas. As he starts to defend, pick the hand off.
1 minute left in the 4th round.
And Olivier Coste trying to turn up the output from these two fighters. AKhmetov looking for the inside trip. Waist cinch now from Moreas. AKhmetov being overly aggressive, trying to hit that trip. Giving his back standing to Moreas. 35 seconds remaining, round 4. Coste slapping away the right hand of AKhmetov, fingers in the cage. AKhmetov gauging if he can throw the left back elbow. Dragged down from the waist cinch by Adriano Moreas.
Adriano takes the back here. AKhmetov rolling out of it. Very well done here.
Final seconds. Moreas will try to establish his top game. Bringing the knee into the midsection. 4 rounds up, 4 rounds down, and moving to the deepest of deep water. So close, Mitch. How do you have it?
Yeah, in the 4th round here, we have seen back and forth action. You can see the stand-up game is a little, just the more diversity is coming from Moreas. You can see him setting up the punches, kind of reaching out, but then landing these big kicks. Now he's starting to control the distance, and he's starting to move forward in advancing positions. But AKhmetov, it clearly has dominated the ground game. Adriano is trying to attempt positions. He's trying to, threaten the submissions, but Adriano is smothering these submission attempts. At this point, the fight is so close. Ground control, AKhmetov. Striking superiority,
Seconds out.
Moreas.
Seconds
it's
out,
so
please.
close.
Seconds out.
My opinion, however, does not matter. It only matters what these 3 gentlemen around the cage are going to say of this contest.
Tonight's One Championship live broadcast from Beijing, China is available in over 70 countries and to over 1 billion people worldwide. Very glad that you've joined us. Dynasty of Champions. This is the first of 2 world title fights. With Mitch Chilson, I'm Sean Wheelock.
Final round!
To the 5th and final round we go. Undefeated Kairat AKhmetov versus the champion Adriano Moreas. At stake, One Championship's flyweight world title.
He goes upstairs again with the big head kick.
Then to the body kick, kick caught, driven through in the takedown.
Adriano has no fear of his kicks being caught. He continually threatens with the body attacks, the head kicks, landing brutal shots to the body. When you're a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, you have absolutely no fear of being taken down. But the smothering style of Akhmetov is just covering him and not letting him use this brilliant ground game that he's known for.
Akhmetov has shown the ability to take down Moreas in this fight. What he has not shown, though, is the ability to really do much when he has that top position on the ground.
Yeah, he's taking him down and he's holding him there. He's burying his head in his chest because he's so, I don't want to say he's afraid, but he's definitely timid to pop his head up and possibly leave something open. You know, you don't want to pop your head up and leave your arms fumbling inside a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt's guard.
Akhmetov looks to be cautiously respectful. Moreas so active on the bottom, throwing up the legs. There's always the threat of the triangle, always the threat of the omoplata, finding the armbar, finding something from the bottom for the world champion and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Adriano Moreas. Big swing and a miss by Akhmetov. Awkwardly missing with that left hand. Switch of stances from Moreas. Takedown attempt. Akhmetov couldn't find it on the single leg.
Now again, Akhmetov is starting to push forward, control the cage, control the movement. Adriano is still light on his feet. He still looks like it's the first round. He's moving really well. His hands are up. Good gas tank demonstrated by Moreas.
See the shuffle step, the low kick from Moreas. Feint on the kick. Moreas pulled it back. 2:25 remaining in this fight. Just one question to be answered, and it is looming large. Who will emerge with the gold? The challenger Kairat Akhmetov or the champion Adriano Moreas? It is so tight in this fight.
Takedown by Akhmetov. He's sliding under the punches. Beautiful takedowns. These are textbook MMA takedowns. Avoid the punches, slide in for your double leg, and secure position. Beautiful transition by Moreas.
For the briefest of moments, Moreas had full mount. Akhmetov then turning out of it, but gorgeous transition indeed from Adriano Moreas.
Nice sweep to establish that position. Let's see what Moreas can do now from the top position. He's got 90 seconds to work here. Let's see if we can see another one of these stellar submissions.
Both fighters can see the finish line.
You never want to let it go to the hands of the judges. You never want to give them the authority of your future. You've got to try to finish at all opportunities. Here he's past the guard. Now he's in side control.
Will one or both try to really turn up the tempo now?
Left in the
25th and final minute of this fight. Moreas back in the half guard of Akhmetov. Misses with the right hand. The push away from Akhmetov. Looking for the up kick now. Moreas being very cautious. Trying to clear the legs, can't do it. Ate an up kick, then landed the right hand.
30 seconds left in the 5th and final round.
Just saw the short heel strike to the kidney, and again, from the open guard. Akhmetov just trying to get Moreas to move from that. Moreas moves, but then throws the right hand to the body. Closing stages of this world title fight.
Moreas is definitely more active in the top position, delivering a lot more ground and pound than Akhmetov had.
Elevated with the legs, the bell, and the end of the fight.
What a tremendous contest for the flyweight world title. We've got both fighters being carried around the ring, both corners very positive that their fighter has done enough to take home the gold.
See the Two of the numerous flags from Kazakhstan displayed here in Beijing.
Both fighters carried around the ring. An amazing display of support. You can see here that was that beautiful sweep that ended Moreas in the top position. Akhmetov tried to kick away, but that was really, you know, an interesting back and forth game. We've got the striking, the leg kicks, we've got the constant pressure used by Akhmetov, but then in the ground game, you've got that smothering style of Akhmetov where he was able to take Adriano almost down at will and control the position. He buried his head in his chest, so he wasn't doing a lot of damage, but it really could go either way at this point.
For you, who leaves with the gold? Who leaves with this championship?
Sean, it is such a difficult call, but I have got to give the nod to the champion, Moreas. I think he did enough. I think he was effective in all categories.
Let's now end all suspense.
5届北京体育发展有限公司总裁魏永华先生 ，One Champion CBU CEO Dr. Gui。这场比赛最终的结果非一致性判定。 Blue corner.
Southpaw stance on Akhmetov.
Akhmetov has been talking all week about how he wants to strike with the Wushu champion. He wants to stand there and test these Muay Thai skills that he's been developing out there in Phuket against one of the very best in the world.
How Eustachio would love to take the win back to the Philippines. And a big hello to all of our Filipino viewers watching on ABS, CBN, SNA.
Akhmetov throwing out that front side push kick. That's usually Eustachio's weapon.
Outside present kick. How about that from Kairat Akhmetov, the acrobatics in the early get-go. Eustachio still filling out the Kazakh. Just talking to Akhmetov yesterday, Mitch, you get the feeling he is just on. He is focused. He is beyond ready.
Yeah, he really is confident about this contest. He knows that this is his opportunity to immediately get back into the hunt for the title.
There's the takedown off the high kick from Eustachio. Akhmetov predicted a rear naked choke win. Eustachio predicted a knockout by a straight punch or a submission, also by rear naked.
The open guard from Akhmetov is now trying to adjust. He's trying to find that perfect position. Looks like he's going for the sweep.
Going.
Outside leg kick. Eustachio came agonizingly close. But you see Akhmetov so far moving well. On the balls of his feet. Went for another of those outside crescent kicks. Eustachio told us yesterday his speed, his angles will be too much for Akhmetov on the feet. Especially the speed difference. He believes Akhmetov is slow, and that will be the Kazakh's demise here tonight. Underhooks from Akhmetov, the Greco-Roman wrestling champion. This is what Greco-Roman wrestlers do, Mitch, from this position.
Yeah, Eustachio seems a bit hesitant. He's not quite letting things go the way that he normally does. And this is where Akhmetov wants to be. He wants to be pressuring Eustachio up against the cage, and that's been a problem for Eustachio in the past. He allows these grapplers to press him up against the cage and dictate where the contest takes place.
Eustachio gets turned against the cage, gets his back off the fence now. Akhmetov puts him back there. A real jousting contest, a lot of physical struggle between the two. Still here in the first round, 2 minutes 5 remaining. Still the turn of tides, each taking their place against the fence. The knees there from Eustachio.
It looks like that inside crescent kick was the shot that did the damage, and that's got to score in that category, which we'll hear from Rich Franklin if this contest goes that far into the break. Now Akhmetov on top, delivering a little bit of ground and pound. Eustachio's trying to fight that wrist, trying to push it down, maybe threatening a possible triangle.
Eustaquio said that if the chance arose, he'd try to get Akhmetov on his back, but it's the Greco-Roman wrestler who has the Filipino on his back. Okay, calling time here, Yuji Shimada. Is he saying no up kick to the face?
I believe he is, but actually if that's the case, then Yuji is confused, because a grounded opponent can up kick a standing opponent, and Akhmetov was on his feet, so that is a perfectly legal technique.
That's what I would have thought, and we have quite a situation now. You see Yuji Shimada conferring with Olivier Coast. Let's take a look again here. Rich, talk us through this.
Akhmetov has Jehei down, and he's throwing the up kicks right here. But you can see that Akhmetov doesn't have anything touching the ground except for his feet. They just actually awarded an injury timeout. I'm confused.
A bit of confusion is definitely going on right now. It looked like Eustaquio was landing perfectly legal up kicks, and the last one seemed to rock
It looks
Akhmetov.
like under the left eye, the orbital there of Akhmetov. Now, Yuji Shimada is calling both men to the center of the cage. Looks like he'll recommence them, and he does. So some confusion, but we're back underway. Still here in the first round. It's been a ripper so far. Two men on the hunt for championship gold. You figure a win here tonight may propel one of them to a showdown with the champion, Adriano Moreas. No doubt watching live on Band Sports in Brazil right now, the champ Moreas.
In the first round.
Double jab. Threads it, but to no avail for Eustaquio. Drills the right hand to the bread basket.
Eustaquio's got to take advantage of this opportunity. Akhmetov still might be a little bit rocky. He seems to agree getting his wits about it. Now Akhmetov starting to push forward.
Akhmetov swinging wildly with the left hand. Eustaquio turns to the inside. Oh, takedown! Takedown from the Kazakh. What a beauty! He's inside the guard of Eustaquio. Now, it's Kairat Akhmetov, top position, and he's got some mighty ground and pound. Can he posture up here, Mitch?
He's getting a little bit, he's trying to be a little more active off his back. He's trying to throw up that possible triangle, but the pressure of Akhmetov is really coming down. Those are some of those up kicks that caused controversy in the first place, but now Akhmetov's got the belly to back and takes Eustaquio to the floor.
Well, roll through there from Eustaquio. Ends the first round. A controversial first round. Plenty of action. Mitch Chilson, we've got a great contest on our hands.
Yes, we do. Very interesting. There's that lead leg inside crescent kick that connected on Eustaquio. Beautiful takedown, caught the top kick, brought him to the canvas. Here's the up kick. Boom. First one landed. Second one landed. That one rocked Akhmetov, and I don't see where the controversy lies. Those were two perfectly legal up kicks that did damage. If Eustaquio was able to get back up, it could be over with, but I'm not certain. I'm not a judge. I'm not a referee. I just pretend to be one every once in a while.
Rich Franklin, your thoughts after that first round?
Let me tell you, this was a difficult round for me to judge because Yuji made the mistake there by stopping the match, thinking that it was a foul, when in fact the Jehei could have actually capitalized on that. So I've scored him in the damage category for those particular kicks. I also have Akhmetov scored in the damage category as well. But as far as the way that the match is being controlled, I believe that Akhmetov here is controlling the pace. A bit more striking superiority, earned the takedowns, and a little bit of control on the ground. So at this point in time, I have him ahead on the scorecards.
Second round set for 3 of our main event. It's one championship total victory in Jakarta, Indonesia, the biggest martial arts stage in the world.
But only the very best in the world can erase what's previously happened and continue to move forward in the contest. That's when we're going to see really excel to that world championship level.
You see Akhmetov here at the start of the second, trying to confound Eustaquio, trying to get inside his head with some of that unorthodox movement, especially the movement of the hands. He circles off counterclockwise, does the little Kazakh. Comes forward now, a couple of skips. There's a shot to the midsection off the right hand from Eustaquio. Kazakh goes inside the guard. foot on hips from Eustaquio.
In the ground.
And puts him inside a close guard.
I'd like to see Eustaquio set up that kick with a little bit of hands first, just to show him, AKhmetov, something different. Give him something else to look at before landing that big shot, because the kicks are working, but he's got to set him up before he lets go. Now, this is where AKhmetov wants to be.
You see AKhmetov is trying to get to half guard and pass to the left side of the Filipino's body, but Eustaquio cleverly keeps him inside his close guard.
This is where AKhmetov excels. This top position, this ground and pound. His strength is so intense. Look at him just smothering the head of Eustaquio, landing a little bit of punching just to soften him up just a bit. Now Eustaquio breaks away.
Eustaquio isn't going to go back to those up kicks. Inside the guard goes the Kazakh once more. Careful popping left, try for a right elbow to AKhmetov. He is quick with that ground and pound, and he chooses his openings, Mitch.
Yeah, he does. He's very smart about when he expends energy, but he's got to keep in mind, this is not a 5-round contest. This is 3 rounds, and we're almost halfway through the second round. And according to Rich Franklin, he does have a slight lead, but at any moment, Eustaquio could pull ahead.
What are you telling Eustaquio to do here, Mitch?
I like what he's doing by opening up his guard, trying to create movement, trying to create scrambles. But instead of holding the head, start to push away. Start to create a little bit of space. Don't let AKhmetov smother you like this.
Still the closed guard here from Jehe Eustaquio. And Yuki Shimada decides to stand there. So whom will this favor? Let's see if Eustaquio can get off some of those wushu strikes. Multiple wushu champion, one of the very best in that martial art. It's translated well to the one championship cage thus far in Eustaquio's career. AKhmetov. Lots will beware of that right hand when he comes in on Eustaquio.
Leading with that right hand, he's setting up a lot of shots with that straight right. He must see an opening there.
Eustaquio edging forward. Both will throw the roundhouse kicks. It was AKhmetov who drew the short straw. Beautiful back up, double leg. Single leg down, hitting the takedown. Reaches Eustaquio to the canvas. 1 foot on hips. Now the open guard from Jehe Eustaquio.
That slide under double leg takedown is a thing of beauty. That's what AKhmetov is known for, how he avoids the punches, but that constant threat of the takedown is always there. So it has to make the striker, Eustaquio, a little bit hesitant to let these hands go.
1 minute 10 remaining. Our main event of one championship total victory here in Jakarta. Eustaquio wisely locking down the right arm. Doesn't want AKhmetov to posture up and work the ground and pound.
Holding too much.
You see AKhmetov slammed him down, trying to release that grip on his arm, trying to open up the guard of Eustaquio.
Eustaquio's trying to utilize the butterfly hooks there, so he's trying to go for a sweep. He's trapping the correct side on that arm with the overhook, but that top pressure is just so intense from AKhmetov.
March up.
35 seconds now on the clock here in the second round.
30 seconds left in the second round.
Eustaquio holding down the left arm now of AKhmetov. AKhmetov trying to posture up, to land some elbows, land some hammer fists perhaps. He throws an elbow, tried to curl it to the orbital and missed the target.
Stand, stand.
Right hand back to his feet now. Up kick coming from Eustaquio. Little sling of the legs there from Kairat AKhmetov. And this is how the round will end. 1 more to go and a thrilling main event.
Interesting second round, a lot of back and forth action, but once AKhmetov was able to get on top, that's where this happened, the takedown, and that pretty much was the story of this round. AKhmetov on top, landing the ground and pound, controlling the position, and Jehe just not able to get off the way that he wants to. Rich, how did you have that second round?
You actually called it right there. You saw it in the replay. The takedown was the story of the round, and that's really AKhmetov is able to control this match here. I think that he's got Jehe off his game plan, coming out throwing those high hook kicks early, something that Jay wasn't expecting. And I think he can do that because his wrestling is so good that he really doesn't have to worry about Jay taking him down. So he's able to control the pace of this fight. He's not doing a whole lot with ground control, a little bit of ground and pound, some damage scored, nothing really significant. This is a pretty close fight, but I have Akhmetov ahead on the scorecards.
You think Akhmetov is just playing it safe at this point?
I don't think so. Jay's a worthy opponent. Even though Akhmetov is the wrestler and we think of him as the grappler, Jay is a well-rounded competitor here, and not easy to pass his guard, not easy to advance and actually do the damage you need to do. This is why you have two tough competitors. These guys are jockeying for the #1 position here.
Third and final round. Spinning heel kick there from Akhmetov. Beautiful somersault roll through. More like a cartwheel, really. Acrobatic nonetheless from Kairat Akhmetov.
Akhmetov does have a background in capoeira, and he was hoping to showcase some of that tonight, and he's doing just that.
Akhmetov circles off clockwise. Now goes counterclockwise. He drifts off to his right. He's avoiding the right hand of Jay Eustaquio. We haven't really seen Jay load up with that right hand. Akhmetov was setting himself for an outside crescent kick, thought twice about it. Drifts off to his right, away from Jay's power side. And Yuji Shimada wants to see more engagement. Akhmetov southpaw, flicks a kick to the waistline. Very side-on stance here from Akhmetov.
Just barely missing there with that right hand. Again, Eustaquio is trying to push forward. He's trying to create something, but this awkward movement of Akhmetov is kind of disrupting his ability to let go.
Beautiful cutting kick to the midsection there from Akhmetov. Timed it to perfection.
Jay trying to keep him in guard. A great job by Eustaquio to prevent Akhmetov from passing the guard. That left knee is just saving him right there. He's able to spin back up. Now he's giving up his neck.
Akhmetov gonna try to choke him out, perhaps.
Front headlock takedown, snaps him down to the ground. Takes the back, gets one hook in. Might not have the correct position. Jay Hay's gonna scramble out of this.
Akhmetov did predict he'd win by a rear naked choke. Can it come true here in the third and final round? Almost put him through the canvas.
Akhmetov loves this belly-to-back position. You can see him trying to hunt for those hooks. He's trying to take those legs and wrap them around Jay Hay's legs. But good move by Eustaquio, but he gives up his neck in the process.
Single leg takedown, but now he's stuck in a choke attack.
A little bit of space there on the left side there. I don't think he has it in. It might be more of a neck crank at this point.
A good look at the submission attempt here from Kairat Akhmetov. Is Eustaquio in trouble? 1 minute 55 remaining, third and final round. Akhmetov not giving up on it. He's also going to be exerting tremendous energy.
But at this point in the round, he's only got a minute 45 left. He doesn't have to worry about gassing out the arms because the contest is almost over.
Trying to push the hips up, trying to get some more leverage behind this submission attempt. And meanwhile, Eustaquio goes to the body with the right hand. Still Akhmetov trying to sub him out. Look at the pressure he's exerting here. And Eustaquio is free. Eustaquio escapes under 80 seconds remaining now.
Big escape there. Now we get to see what Akhmetov's like off his back. Jay Hay's trying to create a little bit of space by pushing, by framing off the hand where Akhmetov's trying to hold the head, so Jay Hay's not able to posture up and drop any bombs on him. Good defense there by Akhmetov.
And now Akhmetov off his back. Not where a wrestler wants to be. Heel kick to the kidney area. Heel kicks to the top of the backside. Inside the guard of Akhmetov, Eustaquio, 45 seconds remains. He tries to pass. He went high. He couldn't get there. More of those heel kicks from Akhmetov. Time is ticking down. The final stages of our main event. It has been an absolute rip snorter.
Again, Eustachio has the possibility to pass the guard, but the guard of AKhmetov is so tight, he's not enabling Eustachio to advance the position. It looks like the time might expire in this contest.
We may go down to the judges for the first time tonight. Cracking elbow there from Eustachio. And again, he times it well. Ground and pound for the Filipino. Final 10 seconds. Eustachio trying to put down some points. AKhmetov won't get off his back. Not now this fight. And Eustachio, a final flurry from top position, ends a thrilling contest.
Interesting matchup between two of the top flyweights in the world. Look at that. A spinning knee kind of right there that connected on the side of Eustachio's head. Back and forth, consistent action. Rich Franklin, in your eyes, who walks away and moves one step closer to another shot at the belt?
I'll tell you that last replay that we just saw with the left hand there is the telltale. You can look at my final scorecards. I have AKhmetov ahead, but the highest category that we have scored here is the damage inflicted. I did not score him for a near finish with the guillotine. It just wasn't close enough for me, but that left hand was a significant piece of that damage in the final round there. So I have him taking this one.
But does the up kick count as a near finish? It wobbled it, it dropped him.
Absolutely. It didn't drop him though. The contest was stopped by Yuji, so we'll never really know. But I did actually have that scored in the damage category for Jay.
Wherever you're watching in 128 countries around the world, what are your thoughts? How do you score it? Do you have it for Kairat AKhmetov? Do you have it for Jay Eustachio of the Philippines? We're about to find out. Let's go to Dominic Lau.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we now turn to the judges' scorecards. Judge number 1 scores this bout in favor of the red corner. Judge number 2 scores this bout in favor of the blue corner. And judge number 3 scores this bout in favor of your winner by split decision from the red corner, Kairat AKhmetov.
How long before this one goes to the ground, and who will attempt to get it to ground first? You know, Imanari's only got one thing on his mind. He really is the epitome of a one-trick pony, the leg lock. But it's a bloody good trick to have, Mitch.
It is, but we've seen him in the past choose to spend a lot of time on his feet. He goes right in for it, tries that Imanari roll, but he does it off to the side. And Daewon Kim was easily able to slide off to the left there.
The Imanari roll that the Dragon talked about during Imanari's entrance. Side kick there from Imanari. What other options does Imanari have to take Daewon Kim down here?
He's pretty much going that entire thing. You can see his stance and how he leans to the side like that. It's all to set up that dive that he has. He has other takedowns in his arsenal. He has catches. He's got double legs.
Oh, and he walks into a right hand! Smack bang! Smack bang!
He almost got starched right there by running into a right hand to Daewon Kim. That's the knockout power of Daewon Kim.
Daewon Kim refusing to get sucked into the mind games of Imanari. And Imanari using the ring, dancing around, trying to psych out Daewon Kim, trying to force an opening, maybe, for that patented Imanari roll.
Daewon Kim says he's going to win this match by TKO on the ground, and there he goes again. You can see how he sets that up. He throws the kick, leans to the side, falls over, trying to hope that the leg is right there.
It is one of the most unorthodox styles in the entire martial arts world, but it's thrilling. It's entertaining. You're on the edge of the seat every time you watch Masakazu Imanari. And I'll tell you what, this massive sellout crowd in Manila is on the edge of their seats right now. It's the largest martial arts organization in the world. Catches the leg. Oh, and he pulls guard. There's Imanari and takes a hammer fist to the head. The ground and pound from Daewon Kim. Look at him go. The little man unloaded.
Imanari's all right. Now he's diving for the leg. He's got that leg hooked. You look at
punch on. Crafty veteran.
You can see the stance of Imanari. His hands are so low, and surprisingly, he's never been knocked out. There's been a few TKO finishes, but he's never been starched. He's got such an awkward style. He knows how to roll with the punches. Take those big shots and roll with him.
Imanari fakes and feints. Right hand up, left hand down.
He's trying to bait Kim into coming at him. Trying to bait him into making a mistake, thinking this lackadaisical attitude is all for show, but it's not. He's trying to trick Daewon Kim into making a small error so he can capitalize on it.
Trying to channel his inner Roy Jones Jr. Here is Masakazu Imanari, and Olivier Coste wants to see more engagement. Imanari dancing again. Daewon Kim needs to cut off the ring, close him down. He rolls again, grabs hold of the leg, the Imanari roll. Has he got him locked up here?
He's going for it, outside heel hook there, it's deep. Daewon Kim spins out of it though, that's good. The leg entanglement is tight though, he's still got the leg.
The leg's still locked up here by Imanari, but not in the position he had seconds ago. Cranking the neck here is Daewon Kim.
Daewon Kim's got to stay tight. He's trying to alleviate that extension from Imanari. He says this is where he says he doesn't mind to be here. He wants to win via TKO, ground and pound. He wants to stomp Imanari. And I did make a mistake there. I do remember that Imanari was KO'd by a knee by Joaquin Hansen.
Top position for Daewon Kim. Can he get a little ground and pound? Leg still tied up by Imanari. 10 seconds. Final seconds. Imanari hunting for a sub now.
Oh, he's got it. There's that leg, but Daewon Kim's doing a good job. Here's that TK. Here's that power.
Daewon Kim, more escapes than Michael Schofield. And what a first round we just saw.
Good defense there. Yeah, he looks like he just kind of grazed maybe the top of the head there of Imanari as he was coming forward, catches the kick. Imanari jumps, guard. That's another way he has to get you to the ground, and that's where he started playing with the legs. Daewon Kim smashing on him with the hammer fists, does a good job, and that's got to build his confidence to escape the leg lock entanglements and then get his foot out of there. That's only going to make him more positive going into the second round.
It is all part of one championship, the world's largest martial arts organization. We host bouts across all styles of martial arts, such as Muay Thai, kickboxing, karate, kung fu, silat, sanda, lethwei, mixed martial arts, taekwondo, submission grappling, and more. It's always a show, and tonight, it's the biggest show on the planet, in front of a sellout crowd in the mighty Ball of Asia Arena.
Back. More action. More action. Ready? Ready?
Choke! Second round of 3. Imanari dangerous in the opener. Daewon Kim surviving several submission attempts. Jumping roundhouse. Now that was a bit of taekwondo from the non-taekwondo guy.
He's mixing it up there as he's falling down. He tries to drop to his knee to throw a big right hand. He's so confident in his ground ability that he's not scared to unleash these unorthodox, these fancy, flashy techniques.
And Imanari also, we shouldn't forget, Mitch does have quite a good leg kick on him.
He does, but he's not really putting together these combinations. He's not really throwing the 1-2 leg kick. He's just kind of dancing around. I mean, he's such a veteran. He's been in there so many times at 42 years old, Michael, that he's just so confident in himself. But he's got to really try to put some things together because so far at this point, he might be down.
Imanari fakes here. Daewon Kim needs to engage as well. Thrusts out the jab, does the Korean. Outside leg kick from Imanari. Throws the legs up now. What can he affect? Tries for the arm.
Goes to the arm, but immediately transitions right into the leg. Swings that leg to the outside now. Now he's going to try to get the right leg in to the cross, but there he is. Now he's just got half guard. Good defense from Daewon Kim.
Daewon Kim will try and take that leg out, Mitch, and go to side control. Could he take that leg out? How well wrapped up is it?
You can see he's kind of got what's called a lockdown, how he has his legs triangled, and then when the left leg is hooked underneath, Daehwan Kim, so that kind of secures the leg into position. There's a lot of things that Daehwan Kim could do here, but he's got to try to remove his arm, at least that right arm from that one side, get that underhook and start moving.
Daehwan Kim trying to figure out the key to unlock a legend. Inside of half guard, peppering away at the body and the head. They aren't heavy salvos, but Daehwan Kim is keeping busy. They're a little heavier. However, strikes to the forehead. The crowd are enjoying it here in Manila. Body shots again from Daehwan Kim. He's staying active here, Mitch.
He was attempting a Kimura. But this is where Daehwan Kim wanted the match. He wanted to test Imanari on the ground. He was confident in his ground and pound ability, and his confidence comes from stopping the leg locks, and it's only growing as the match goes on.
It seems like the crowd here, who haven't appreciated the cagey style of Imanari, are getting behind Daehwan Kim. They're cheering every time he lands a clean ground and pound blow on Daehwan Kim's forehead. And again, hooks around the ear of Masakazu Imanari. Both men had a 4-week training camp. Imanari a 72% finishing rate. He's a BJJ black belt. Daehwan Kim, the most submissions in one bantamweight history.
It looks like Imanari's just trying to stall maybe for the stand-up. He's got the lockdown in place, and so that means that Daehwan Kim really can't advance the position. He's covering up. He's not taking a lot of damage, so these shots really aren't inflicting a lot of damage on him. But now he's starting to move out under guard.
And Daehwan Kim's going to invite Imanari back to his feet. Imanari does a Aoki-style butt scoot. Went for the low single, and Daehwan Kim saw it coming. This is so entertaining. And look at Imanari. Oh, how about that? Daehwan Kim says, I'm not going to ground, you come to the feet. And Olivia Cole says, get up, Masakazu.
The crowd is enjoying it.
They are loving the showmanship and the strategy between two highly skilled, highly cerebral martial artists. Imanari rolls again. Daehwan Kim escapes.
Last warning, yellow card, okay?
Kosh warning me wants more action.
35 seconds remains in the second round. There's been a lot of posturing, a lot of posing. Imanari looks to close down the ring now, edges his way forward. Lateral movement from Daehwan Kim. He's on the outside now. Imanari turns side on, gets a leg kick for his troubles. Haven't seen the Taekwondo kicks come into play from the fourth Dan Taekwondo black belt.
The antics seem to have stifled Daehwan Kim. There's not a lot that he's doing. I mean, you have anybody walk up to you and show you the side of their face, you're going to unload on him. But you can see Daehwan Kim's a little bit tentative to engage in the striking on the feet.
Huge crowd here in Manila, a sellout, enjoying every second of this superb martial arts entertainment. The home of martial arts, the largest martial arts organization on the planet, heads one championship. Okay, Mitch, let's play coach now. What are you telling Imanari to do in the next round?
Man, cut out the clowning, push forward. Maybe a little bit of urgency has got to come from his corner. You know, you can see that they're really not even communicating. His coach is just kind of wiping him down, giving him water, not really emphatically giving him any instruction. You know, he's got to put some pressure on him because I think he's down at this point right now. If the match was stopped here, Daehwan Kim has got to get the advantage because he's the aggressor. You can see Imanari trying to roll for the take, trying to roll for the entanglement, but he's not getting it. Daehwan Kim is outworking him at this point.
Third and final round. It has been entertaining, it's been intriguing. And now let's see if one man pulls out all the stops. It is still anyone's bout for the taking. Imanari, that very side-on stance of his. Daehwan Kim, will he bring the kicks into play? Or will he try and attempt to take Imanari down?
Got a kick right there, but Imanari's hands are coming up. He seems to be working a little bit more. This is the most active we've seen him throwing punches.
More aggression early on here from Imanari. There's the leg kick from the Japanese martial artist. Goes high. Fakes and feints. Oh, Day One Kim caught him with the left hand. Beautifully done from the Korean. And Imanari doing a quick count of his teeth.
Beautifully timed, straight left hand. He switches his feet and boom, comes straight down the middle. Beautifully done.
Mitch, who is winning this bout for you at the moment?
I know a lot of people at home, they're seeing the antics of Imanari. It's like he's clowning around. He's not taking this seriously, but that's just his style. Dae-Hwan Kim is up in almost every category. He is his superior striking, his takedown defense, his ground control. Everything is there for Dae-Hwan Kim. Now he's in side control, a very dominant position.
Advantageous position here for Dae-Hwan Kim. Knee on belly. He can thread the knees to the body, thread them to the head. He's in control here, Dae-Hwan Kim. Where does Imanari go now?
You can see Imanari's trying to frame off onto the hip. Watch him try to scoot his hips out to the side and then try to work his left leg in between the legs of Dae-Hwan Kim, or give up the back, which is very common in Japanese mixed martial artists. They like to give up their back as a point of rest because they're so confident in their rear naked choke defense.
Heavy knees and elbows coming to the side of the head of Imanari. There's another one. See the trajectory on it. The height on the knee from Dae-Hwan Kim. Forearm across the throat, now across the chin of Imanari. Drives the knee again. Imanari in no man's land, and he's getting tagged by these knees from Dae-Hwan Kim. And here come the elbows. It's all Dae-Hwan Kim from side control dragon.
You can see Imanari's trying to work the left knee in between the stomach, but Dae-Hwan Kim's got good top pressure. And he's working out, he's pinned down the arm in the crucifix position. He's dropping a little bit of ground and pound. Imanari's trying to bridge out, but he might not have the juice left in the tank to get out of this position.
Still a long time to go in this third and final round. And the peppering hands again from Dae-Hwan Kim. Imanari trying to close him down, but the right side of the head's open. Oh, tracking elbows from Dae-Hwan Kim. Shave the beard of Imanari. Goes to the body, goes to the head. This is all one-way traffic to Dae-Hwan Kim in the third and final round. What can Imanari do here, Mitch?
Well, looks like he's going back to the lockdown on the half guard, so he's kind of positioned him there. But Dae-Hwan Kim's got that position, so you can see he's got the right arm up against the chin and the back flat against Imanari. Imanari's got to turn onto his side, get onto his left hip, and start moving out.
Work to finish.
Good top pressure by Dae-Hwan Kim to just keep him flat on his back and not enabling him to move.
Has Imanari really let this contest get away from him now?
He has. There just wasn't an urgency from the beginning of the round, or at the beginning of the match, rather, where he was just clowning around trying to dive for the leg, so relaxed, maybe he was too comfortable in there, and he didn't really see Dae-Hwan Kim as a threat, and it didn't lead to any sort of aggression coming out of it.
Dae-Hwan Kim, a martial artist who always does his homework, always tenacious, always busy. And he's staying busy from half guard now. 45 seconds remains for Masakazu Imanari to try and find something to pull a rabbit out of the hat. But Mitch, I don't see any rabbits in Manila, and nobody's wearing a hat.
Yeah, there are a few transitions that you can do, a few sweeps that kind of transition out of this lockdown position that he has here, but he's not now. Now you can see Dae-Hwan Kim's got an over-under, and his shoulder grinded in. He's going to try to pry that left leg out. But Imanari's probably too good on the... Hey, actually, no, he's getting it out. He popped that leg out. Now he's in full mount.
Full mount to finish the contest for Dae-Hwan Kim. Establishes his dominance. Imanari tries for a final roll, but it's too little too late from the Japanese warrior. This has been a great display of the final round from Dae-Hwan Kim. And there you see the martial arts Bushido spirit. Gentlemen, sportsmen, always. It's the spirit that runs through the veins here at One Championship.
Dae-Hwan Kim put on a spectacular display of not only submission defense, but ground control, striking superiority, and he was able to end the match. The last, 3 minutes there in a dominant position, ground and pound. Who would have thought, if I would have told you at the beginning of this match that Dae-Hwan Kim at the end of the match would have Imanari inside control in the crucifix, dropping bombs, passing the half guard, and finishing in full mount, Michael. I don't know if I would have believed myself if I would have said it, but I gotta give the nod to Dae-Hwan Kim.
Let's go to Dominic Lau to find out our winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have scored this bout in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. From the blue corner, Dae-Hwan Kim.
Akhmetov in southpaw stance. He is a left-handed combatant. We're under our mixed martial arts global rule set, 3 5-minute rounds. Akhmetov in the white, Ma Haobin in the red. Ma Haobin says he'll be the first man ever to knock out Akhmetov. Akhmetov said he will out-wrestle, out-strength Ma Haobin. Believes age prevails over youth. Ma Haobin says, I've got the advantage with the energy. Big takedown there, smack bang! That was beautiful from Akhmetov. He almost put him through the canvas.
Wow, huge scoop under slam by Akhmetov, sending Ma Haobin for the ride. Good recovery by Ma Haobin to get back into half guard. Let's see what that top game is like for Akhmetov.
Akhmetov making a statement early here in Jakarta, now has half guard position on top of Ma Haobin, and he planted him like a tree with that takedown. Looking to get that left leg out and maybe past his side control, but the Southern Eagle doing a good job here, dragging and tying it up.
Good job. Look at him just muscling his arm right across the face. A little bit of cross face there as he slides in an elbow. Let's see if he's trying to distract him enough to pop out of the half guard, and that he is, as Akhmetov secures full mount now.
To finish.
This is not a place Ma Haobin is used to being. You can see by him trying to pull the head down of Akhmetov. Like to see him push away the hips, create a little bit of space, big buck there, might give up his back, but no, Akhmetov stays in a mounted position.
Great start here from Kairat Akhmetov, and our mixed martial arts contest under the global rule set. Still in full mount as Ma Haobin tries to back off the Kazakh. Aggression early on from the man with 200 Greco-Roman wins under his belt, Kairat Akhmetov, the former one world champion.
Interesting strategy by Akhmetov to actually turn Ma Haobin's head into the cage, and he just tries to keep him there. Ma Haobin might be trying to use the cage to walk back up, but Akhmetov is using it to trap him in that mounted position.
Akhmetov, 21-2 record, 72% finishing rate, 5 knockouts, a massive 10 submissions, 14, count them, 14 first round wins for Kairat Akhmetov. 6 rear naked chokes. He's a man who knows how to start hard, how to start fast.
Look at Ma Haobin able to explode there and get out of the position. Bad position. Now he's back up to his feet. Let's see if Akhmetov sends him for another ride again.
Overhook on the right arm here from the Southern Eagle. He has a 60% finishing rate. 2 arm bars and 2 guillotines. Takedown again from Akhmetov. He is full of power.
This is really where Akhmetov's at his best. Inside that clinch, dominating his opponents and just grinding on him from the top position.
One place a wrestler doesn't like to be is on their back. And that's where Ma Haobin finds himself. 1 minute 30 remaining in this first round. It's been all one-way traffic for Kairat Akhmetov so far. Ma Haobin, who started wrestling in 2005. In 2008, he left his hometown for Nanchang to train under Gong Si Chan. Only started training in mixed martial arts in 2016. Did so after graduating from Jingangshan University. Opens up the guard now, does Mahalbin. And Akhmetov posture up and works some ground and pound.
Good job by Mahalbin to get back to the full guard position once he got out of the side control. He's trying to spin the hips around, looking for arm bars, but it's very hard. Akhmetov he's never been knocked out, like you said, but he's also never been submitted. He's got a very good submission defense.
Akhmetov from Taldykorgan in the southeastern region of Kazakhstan. He's also the birthplace of amateur boxing world champion Sergey Vodopyanov. So a proud combative tradition from Taldykorgan.
No holding, through.
Continued here by Kairat Akhmetov, trying to break open the guard. Does so now. Almost ate an up kick there from Mahalbin.
You can see Mahalbin trying to grab under that leg of Akhmetov to possibly use that for a sweep to off-balance Akhmetov. But Akhmetov just has such heavy hips from those decades of wrestling where he's just able to control the hands. Let's take a look at some of the action from that previous round. I want to see that big slam again. Look at this. Akhmetov catches the leg, uses that to look at this. Watch the lever, picks him up, slightly a bit off his feet, transitions into the single leg, and a beautiful takedown, planting him, like you said, like a tree in the middle of the canvas. Beautifully done. He's able to catch the kick. You can see Mahalbin tried to get out of it. He tried to snake out of it, but Akhmetov said, nope, you aren't going anywhere, and I'm going to pick you up and put you down.
Akhmetov, who suffered a devastating back injury in 2016 while training at Jackson Wink in New Mexico. Almost ended his career. And here he is back on the hunt for another tilted gold. Speaking of Jackson Wink, a big hello to Edward Falayang. Been training out there in New Mexico with the team at Jackson Wink. No, he'll be watching live on Free on the One Super Up in the wee hours of the early morning there in New Mexico, USA.
He does have a couple teammates on tonight's card for a title.
Joshua Pachi on our main event, also Danny Kingad. Meanwhile, it's Mahalbin who needs to get a move on with things. Second round of this mixed martial arts contest against former champion Kairat Akhmetov. Outside leg kick there from Mahalbin, said he would knock out Akhmetov tonight. Shot in for a takedown, could have affected almost, ate a knee on the come up.
Good job by Akhmetov to see it's come and sprawl heavily. And as the Mahalbin was starting to exit, beautifully timed.
It would not be unheard of to see a spinning hook kick from Kairat Akhmetov, but he's very quick with it. Not part of a Greco-Roman arsenal. Something else he's built along the way, though. Looking to control and put Mahalbin on his back again here, Akhmetov. Such a powerful individual, Mitch.
Yeah, look at the way he's controlling the hips. He's not allowing Mahalbin to pop his hips out the other. Look at this, he's got the body lock. Mahalbin, he clearly used the cage there to stand back up. But Akhmetov was able to keep that body lock so tight, he's able to control and manipulate Mahalbin back down to the ground.
The freestyle wrestler having his problems with the Greco-Roman wrestler at the moment. Second round of action. Akhmetov, 2009, 10, 11 Greco-Roman champion under coach Aset Imanbayev. Imanbayev himself a SEA Games gold medalist and 2008 Beijing Olympian.
Mahalbin's trying for a Kimura on that right arm of Akhmetov, but Akhmetov's keeping his hands laced together, not allowing Mahalbin to create the separation. Mahalbin tried to use it for a sweep and roll Akhmetov over, but Akhmetov just has such beautiful, look at that, floated over the top, ended up in side control.
Mitch, if you're in the corner of Mahalbin, what are you screaming at the Southern Eagle to do here?
Well, I actually was just thinking he should do it. He should push onto the hips and try to shrimp away. But Akhmetov is so strong inside the grappling. He was able to suck him back in, utilize that elbow to pin against the side there. Look how he's controlling the neck there. He's got one hand controlling the neck, one hand controlling the hip. There's no place for Mahalbin to go.
Great control, knee on belly here from Akhmetov in this mixed martial arts global rule set match. Almost halfway through the contest. Akhmetov. Dominance thus far on the ground. Chambers a knee, drops it to the triceps. Mitch, we often talk about grappling and wrestling. What's the difference between grappling and wrestling for the fans at home?
Well, what we're seeing right now, we're seeing Mouy, who is a tremendous wrestler, being outworked by a tremendous grappler. Grappling is when you're able to combine jiu-jitsu, or at least submission wrestling, with wrestling. And that's what AKhmetov does so beautifully. He transitions very well from all positions. The way he floats around on top, transitioning from side control, from passing the guard, and Mouy just got issued a yellow card for grabbing the cage.
No, you grab. Free fight, okay?
So the yellow card coming out of Yuji Shimada's pocket there. 140 remains. Second round of this mixed martial arts rules contest. Yuji had warned him before about grabbing the cage, and takes a nice left hook there. That was well done off the break there from AKhmetov. There's a high left roundhouse kick from the Kazakh. Now launching the heavy artillery and the striking is Kairat AKhmetov, the former world champion. Duck under, nicely done. Gets out of the way of the counter high kick from the Southern Eagle. Right hand from Mouy hasn't found the placement with his own striking tonight.
He's trying to push forward, but AKhmetov is just one step ahead of him in that game. I like the way AKhmetov is utilizing that high kick just to kind of keep the distance of Mouy, because Mouy should shoot him for a takedown pretty soon here. AKhmetov trolling back, keeping nice and light on his feet, good movement.
Beautiful right hook lead on that occasion from Kairat AKhmetov. Shoots in for a takedown here. Trips the left leg, gets the takedown. Half-guard position for Kairat AKhmetov. 35 seconds remains in the second round. There's no choke here for Mouy.
It's very typical to finish the choke from this side. You can see that he doesn't really have the leverage of the head position, and he can't really get his hips into the choke. Impossible to finish. Not impossible, but very difficult to finish, especially a grappler, the strength of AKhmetov.
Let's go.
You can see AKhmetov trying to pop out that left leg, and if he can get through this, he's going to get back into side control and start dropping a little more of those elbows.
It has been AKhmetov's contest so far. We are going to go into the third and final round, and it's all for Mouy of China to do.
Let's take a look at some of the handiwork from AKhmetov. Look at this, beautiful. Watch this sprawl, watch these hips. Look how he drops down, avoids. Mouy wasn't able to grab onto the legs, and he got that beautiful knee on the exit. Here he is catching the kick, was able to control that foot, and then beautifully timed left overhand. Very good round, very good 10 minutes so far from Kairat AKhmetov, the champion, returning to the form that won him the title in the first place, Michael.
Mouy, originally from Jingdezhen in southern China, an ancient city dating back over 2,000 years, known as the porcelain capital of China. And what does Mouy need to do in the next 5 minutes, Mitch, to swing the pendulum in his favor?
At this point, I think he's got to come close with a near finish. If he wants to, sway the judge's opinion in his favor, he's got to come really close to a finish. Otherwise, he's got to submit or get that knockout that he originally predicted.
Third and final round of this mixed martial arts global rule set contest. Former world champion Kairat AKhmetov and Mouy of China. Great sportsmanship, the martial arts spirit shining through. The southpaw stance on the cagey stand-up of Kairat AKhmetov. Mouy vowed he would knock him out, hasn't come close to doing so thus far. And this would be terrible for Mouy. If he loses tonight, that would be 3 in a row. If he loses by decision, it'll be 3 decision losses in a row.
Body kicks coming from Kairat AKhmetov as he slides under a punch, gets that body lock. Now he's working to secure the position. Ooh, and he lands right mount.
Mitch, I'm not really seeing any strategy, any game plan from Mouy tonight.
Well, he's just getting overwhelmed by Kairat AKhmetov. Kairat is a former world champion, multi-time Greco-Roman wrestling champion. He's very well experienced. He went on a 23-match win streak at one point, so he's extremely experienced at such a young age. So he's just being overwhelmed by a better martial artist at this point.
Mouy told us, Mitch, that He believed that Akhmetov was older than him and therefore less energetic than him, but it's Akhmetov is just full of energy here.
Yeah, and he's really looking good. I mean, he realized from the Jehe Eustaquio match where he lost his belt that he wasn't utilizing what brought him to the dance, and that was this world-class wrestling. This type of grinding style has got to have all the flyweights in one championship a little bit nervous, wondering how they're going to get up off the mat. Jehe Eustaquio was able to stop the takedown and then outstrike Kairat Akhmetov. And that's what Mouy Bin needed to use. He needed to use his wrestling to stop Kairat Akhmetov's takedowns and then outstrike Akhmetov. And he's not able to do that.
Akhmetov, inspired by his father, who was an amateur Greco-Roman wrestling champion, 200 wins in Greco-Roman for Kairat Akhmetov. And looking likely to win here tonight, unless Mouy Bin can pull a proverbial rabbit out of the hat. Because it's been utter dominance from Akhmetov. Top position, Mouy Bin once again on his back. And there's only half a round remaining to try and turn the tide here for the Chinese athlete.
You can see Mouy Bin, he's trying to attack the right arm of Kairat Akhmetov because the body lock is so tight, so there's a possible Kimura there. But then, as Kairat Akhmetov is burying his head and his body into the chest of Mouy Bin, he's not able to do anything. So Mouy Bin is trying to go for something, maybe a sweep, or maybe trying to outbalance him, but he's just not able to do it because the top pressure is so intense from Akhmetov.
Mitch, is the experience gap coming into play here? Mouy Bin, 14 pro bouts. Kairat Akhmetov, 26 pro bouts under mixed martial arts rules, and a former world champion. Akhmetov has competed against the higher echelon of competition. Is that what you see here tonight, a big gap in experience?
I think that's what it is. I just think that, you know, A, Kairat Akhmetov is a better grappler, and B, Mouy Bin is not able to let go of these hands. Now he's starting to sense a little bit of urgency here, and Kairat seems to be slowing down a little bit, so he's got 90 seconds left to do this, but I do think you're right, Michael. I think it's an experience advantage. It's a skill advantage coming from the older, more experienced Kairat Akhmetov. But Mouy Bin is young. He's only 24 years old. He's got a lot of time to get better, and I feel that he's going to learn from this exchange right here, but also this match as well.
It's time for Mouy Bin to go. He's got to go now. Takes a little kick from Akhmetov. Akhmetov shoots in for a double leg. He picks him up. Boom! Shakalaka! And the crowd love that one from Kairat Akhmetov. Side control from the former world champion. 50 seconds away from victory here, Akhmetov.
That one could have been the nail in the coffin because that is a tight takedown. Look at this. I like to see Mouy Bin let go of the head because there's a possible choke here. We're seeing that a lot tonight, but Kairat Akhmetov is going to try to drive that shoulder right into the neck there of Mouy Bin. Unless Mouy Bin lets that go, he might get choked in the last 30 seconds.
Knees now from side control from Kairat Akhmetov. Mouy Bin looking frustrated. Akhmetov has controlled him on the ground all night long. Final 10 seconds, Mouy Bin trying to get to his feet to find one last Hail Mary shot. Not going to come from the Chinese athlete though. Another takedown from Akhmetov. Beautiful. He's done everything right. He did nothing wrong. And Kairat Akhmetov will take a very good victory here.
Wow, beautiful takedowns there to end in the final minute of that round. The entire match, all 15 minutes, completely one-sided domination by Akhmetov. Look at that beautiful combination. 3 wild punches. I'm sure after this big takedown, everybody in Phuket at Tiger Muay Thai is screaming at the top of their lungs for their boy Kairat Akhmetov as he planted Mouy Bin again over and over into the campus.
Winner's medal, we expect to go around the neck of Kairat Akhmetov of Kazakhstan. Mouy Bin could not bring his striking plans here tonight. Let's go to Don McLeod and make this one all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have scored this contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision from the red corner, Kairat AKhmetov.
3 rounds of action at bantamweight. Zhao Jikang of China in the black, Tae-Hwan Kim of Korea in the white. Mixed martial arts rules here.
Tae-Hwan Kim looks really light on his feet, bouncing around the center of the cage.
Just filling it out at the moment here. Tae-Hwan Kim sends a cage, drops out a jab. Outside leg kick from the Taekwondoan. Taekwondo renowned for multiple kicks, especially when they get airborne. Those jumping triple round kicks are brilliant. Very hard to pull off though. Not so much renowned for the hands. Sander, though, is. That's the style of Zhao Jikang. Sander kind of looks like Muay Thai, very similar to Muay Thai. Developed by the Chinese army.
Adriano Kim starting to attack that lower part of the leg. Mixing up those hands.
Sander goes for sweeps and dumps. Zhao Jikang looking for a takedown on Tae-Hwan Kim early. He can't find it though. Backs the Korean against the cage. Overhook on the left arm here from Tae-Hwan Kim.
Good takedown defense. He utilized that underhook to make sure he pulled Kang up above his waist to make sure he couldn't attack those legs. Kang chooses to back away from the clinch, separates on his own accord.
Back to center cage, 50 seconds. 1 minute and 50 down already here in the first, set for 3. Still a filling out process from both of these bantamweights.
Let's see Kang commit to that jab. He's got that height advantage. He's going to be punching down a little bit. Just throw out some stiff jabs. See how, there he goes, catches him with one right there off the counter kick.
Bantamweight Division in 1 championship on fire at the moment. A tremendous title bout in Singapore last week between Bibiano Fernandez and Kevin Bellignon. Bellignon being the first man in 1 championship to defeat Fernandez for the title. Little controversially, some may say, some debate. Would love to see a trilogy match between the two. Certainly one for the ages, turning back into the middle there from Tae-Hwan Kim, missed the target. And Zhao Jikang backs him against the cage once more.
Tae-Hwan Kim has competed against both Fernandez and Bellignon, so he'd love to get back into the title mix. And a win here would put him right back into the hunt.
Stacked bantamweight division here at 1 championship.
At such a young age, at just 23 years old, Zhao Jikang has had, this is his 29th professional mixed martial arts match, Michael. He has experience well beyond his years. And you can see how calm and relaxed he is in there, but he's got to turn up the volume a little bit here. Now we're entering the last 90 seconds or so of this match, or this round rather. You really start to put it on Kim.
As Mitch said earlier, Tae-Hwan Kim high on the balls of his feet, large thighs on the little fella from South Korea. On the outside here, circling into the power side, dangerously slow, of Zhao Jikang. Flurry there from Tae-Hwan Kim, catches the kicking leg, that's Kang. Can he get a takedown of the Korean? He can't.
Good balance from Tae-Hwan Kim. As he had that leg caught, he was able to keep his center of gravity nice and centered, even though he picked him up in the air, too.
Watch on your head, watch on your head. Under a minute remains in this first round. The final prelim contest on tonight's massive show from Jakarta, Indonesia. 1 championship, Warriors Dream. What a cracking prelim show it's been too. We've seen some stunning finishes. Adrian Matei for the 2nd round show. Knockout of the night contender from Brown over Dre. 2nd round spinning back elbow. 1st round rear naked choke by Tatsumitsu Wada over Yuji Takiro. Also Bruno Bucci bringing the house down. 1st round choke over Sucha. Can the Chinese get 1 win on the board tonight? is their chance. Xiaoxi Kang in the front trunks.
Takedown defense from Daekwon Kim as attacking the front headlock here.
There we go, end the first round. Folks, hope you enjoyed all the action here. Broadcast tonight on 138 TV stations around the world. Also download the One Super app.
Nice overhand right landed by Xiaoxi Kang there. Beautifully done. Check out Kim now. Goes right to the body. Saw the opening through a roundhouse right to the body of Xiaoxi Kang. Beautifully timed roundhouse. Very close first round. I'd like to see Daekwon Kim keep attacking with the kicks. Going to the body, going to the legs, just repeatedly beating on the legs of Xiaoxi Kang. Xiaoxi Kang, I'd like to see him mix things up a little bit more. Throw some kicks at Daekwon Kim. Get him thinking about getting his legs attacked, but also threatening with the takedowns. Maybe chain wrestling a little bit, mixing up, going from low to high. Once one takedown fails, transition into another one. Change your levels a little bit more.
Round 2 from inside Stadium Istora in Jakarta, Indonesia. The cage door closes. Final prelim match tonight. Xiaoxi Kang of China, Daekwon Kim of Korea. Pressuring from center cage here, Xiaoxi Kang. Very upright stance on the Chinese athlete. Shooting a little high in the air for my liking. Looks to the inside leg of Daekwon Kim. Kim goes to the outside. Nicely done to that common peroneal nerve just above the lead knee. Jab from Kang. Outside leg from Daekwon Kim.
That one landed right.
A target here, Mitch.
That one landed just up below the knee. I like how he's doing it. It's slowing down the movement. You can see when Khan backs up Daekwon Kim into the cage, he's cutting off the corners very well. Kim starts throwing that leg kick down, and it's going to be a little bit harder for Xiaoxi Kang to step in. You can see him picking up that leg a little gingerly. These leg kicks are starting to add up.
Nice step through right hand there against the southpaw. That's what Xiaoxi Kang wants to do. And Daekwon Kim switches to orthodox stance.
That overhand right is his best weapon of the night so far. I like how he changes levels there, and he comes over the hand with the right.
Daekwon Kim on the outside. 3 minutes 30 remains. Second round of 3 of this mixed martial arts rules contest. Here at One Championship, we do change it up. Mixed martial arts rules and also super serious striking contests. Side control for Daekwon Kim. Leon Valley stays it now, gets the back.
Nice flow over to the back. Good job, Xiaoxi Kang. Keep his wits about him, going off the top. Keep going to hips for Daekwon Kim. Let's see if he can create a little bit of space for that butterfly hook.
Cut over the right eye of Daekwon Kim.
Beautiful float over. Ducked underneath, came out the backside, but Xiaoxi Kang ends up on top. Let's see if Daekwon Kim can scramble out of this. Oh, the body triangle goes on.
That will restrict the breathing of Daekwon Kim. And Xiaoxi Kang's going to soften him up a little more.
Daekwon Kim's got to switch to the other side. He's got to put his weight onto the left leg of Xiaoxi Kang to where the legs cross. If he's there, inside the leg there, on that right leg, all that pressure is going to be tight when you have that body lock. So if Daekwon Kim can, he's got to switch positions and roll to the left side of Xiaoxi Kang just to release a little bit of that squeeze.
So the final match in our prelim show, our main show kicks off in exactly 10 minutes. Check your local TV guides and make sure you download the One Super app. You can watch all fights all live for free on your phone, on your tablet, stream it to your TV. Our main show begins in 10 minutes time.
Daekwon Kim, good job to get back up top, looking for guillotine possibility. Nice takedown attempt there as he was able to transition out. He was able to end up in side control.
Nice short knee on the right there from Daekwon Kim. Side control position for the Korean. On the back is Xiaoxi Kang. What are the options for Kang from here, Mitch?
He's got some, obviously, he's got the shoulder locks right there, but good bridge out from Khan. Now,
Daekwon Kim's got the back. Oh, the choke's in. Good job to peel off that arm off his head. Daekwon Kim goes palm to palm. The choke's still in though, Michael. It's a face crank though. It's right above the chin. That's uncomfortable. Oh, good job by Kong to scramble out.
Zhao Kang out of trouble inside the guard of Daekwon Kim. The crowd loved it here in Jakarta.
Kim's trying to attack Kimura on the left side there. But you can see Khan's grabbing the inside of his own thigh to prevent Daekwon Kim from pulling out that arm. He's still going for it though.
50 seconds remains in the second round of 3. Daekwon Kim wants that left arm.
Good awareness by Khan to defend by grabbing his own thigh. He's able to flatten out Kim again off his back. You got 30 seconds to maybe utilize this grounded position. Throw the ground pound is good in that top position. Look at Kim pushing down the arm there on the left-hand side, possibly thinking about a triangle. Yep, there it goes. Oh, he tried it, didn't work.
He's aware from Daekwon Kim. Zhao Kang wants a striking match. Wants to put Sand up against Taekwondo. Olivia Cost may motion Daekwon Kim up here. And he will. Oh, end of the round. One more to go here.
Here's a little bit of exchange. Nice little takedown there from Daekwon Kim to end up in side control. This is that initial scramble. Look at this beautiful. This is where Khan was able to take the back, and then Daekwon Kim was able to get out of it, scramble back up to his feet, initiate a takedown of his own. Very close match so far. The ground battles on these things are so intriguing. They're just going back and forth. No position is left to either one of them. They just keep going back and forth. Very close match so far. Sanda champion Xiao Kang taking words from his corner there. I think he's having a lot of success on the top position. He's able to control Daekwon Kim in that top position and utilize a little bit of ground and pound. I like seeing him posture up a little bit more, careful of the triangles, and throw that ground and pound. Daekwon Kim needs to go back to that leg kick. Go back to that leg kick over and over again. Keep his hands up because that overhand right is coming with some serious heat.
Terrific crowd inside Stadium Astora in Jakarta, Indonesia. It's the main prelim match for one championship warrior's dream. Third and final round between China's Zhao Kang and Korea's Daekwon Kim. Sanda versus Taekwondo. Haven't seen a lot of the Taekwondo kicks though from Daekwon Kim. Capable of the spectacular.
Daekwon Kim doesn't typically throw a lot of kicks, especially with the side kicks that Taekwondo is known for. He likes the roundhouse kicks. You know, especially when you spend decades of your life training in something like a fourth-degree black belt in Taekwondo would, I think we'd see more of it from him. Good takedown there from Khan and at the top. Good stand back up from Daekwon Kim. Now he's got the underhook on the left side. Zhao Kang chooses to separate.
5 minutes down already, third round, final round. Daekwon Kim circles off to his right, counterclockwise, resets here to the Chinese athlete. Swelling on the right eye of Daekwon Kim, wants to protect that. Zhao Kang resets back to center cage. Makes the kick there, there's Daekwon Kim. Zhao Kang crossed up the jab, does have that huge reach advantage. Just a glance of the right hook there from Daekwon Kim, and another one from the Korean. Violent roundhouse kick, now goes downstairs. There's some kicking arsenal from Daekwon Kim now. Watch out your head. Yeah, up.
See Olivia Kosh warning them. They're trying to duck under. They're trying to throw the overhand right with their head tucked, and they're doing it at the same time, and that's where they're clashing heads. Looks like Zhao Kang's a little bit rocked in that possible headbutt. I think it was a clash of heads as they were both coming forward. You could see Daekwon Kim had his chin tucked. He was throwing the overhand right, and I think Zhao Zhikang just backed into his head, or came up from on top of his head.
Some recovery time here for Zhao Zhikang of China. Rubs his head. Take a look at this.
Zhao Zhikang looks to be okay, like he's ready to continue. I don't know if an injury timeout was given yet.
Watch out. Looked like he hit the shoulder of Daekwon Kim.
It looked like it.
Yeah, it might have been a headbutt to the shoulder. I think that Daekwon Kim from that replay looked at fault to be back underway for the final round. And there's some Taekwondo styling from Daekwon Kim.
Watch out again, watch out, watch out. Here, fighter.
He's got his one. He's going against Zhao Zhikang, who's throwing his head wildly. Nice jab there from the Chinese athlete. A little more gusto behind both men now. Overhand.
You can see them both ducking their heads as they're throwing some heat at each other.
Straight right hand. Look for a double leg takedown there, count now. Backs him against the cage. 2 minutes 15 remains. Third and final round. Overhook on the left arm from Daekwon Kim. Glances towards his corner. Elbow, nicely tight. Can do it again here if he wants, and he does. One more for good measure. There it is, 3 in a row. Let's make it 4. Stops at 3. Too overexcited, Mitch. I was asking for too much.
You like those elbows. Those are some beautiful short elbows. I like how he's framing off the head, and right as Daekwon kind of pushes off the frame, Kim was able to slide his hand right overward.
This is a round. Both men toe-to-toe with the striking. Leg kicks now from Daekwon Kim. His guard is low. Right hand down the tube. And the left hook there from Zhao Zhikang. Real unlikely we are going to go down to the judges here. Both these men can take a solid knock. 1:20 remains.
Nice little catch of that inside leg kick to get Khan to take Daekwon Kim down. Now he's trying to go, he's got his hands locked. There's a bad spot. Oh, Kim's might give up his back. He's got to keep his back to the cage to make sure Khan doesn't take his back now. He's got one hook in on the left side. Kim rather is trying to use his back. Spins in. Beautiful little defense there. Kim almost gave up his back.
Under a minute remaining now. Can someone go hard in the final 40 seconds and try to steal it? Turning back into the liver there from Daekwon Kim. Had the right idea, just didn't have the positioning.
30 seconds left in the
This match is pretty close, Michael. It could go either way. The last 30 seconds could tell us. We got 20 seconds for these guys to put it all out there and maybe take this match.
Kick there. Daekwon Kim goes the outside leg. Final 10 seconds. We are going down to the judges on this one. Nice front kick from Zhao Zhikang.
Now he's starting to find his range with that distance. He was able to land some of those jabs. The overhand right, he finished with a push kick there at the end of the round. There was a nice takedown attempt here. Kim did his best, couldn't quite get the underhook on the right side, but he was able to pop back up, scrambles back up to his feet. Khan takes him for a ride, puts him onto his back. Great match.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have scored this bout in favor of your winner by unanimous decision from the blue corner, Daekwon Kim.
Reese McLaren. McLaren bounds out of his corner, the Aussie in the blue. Hair and trunks matching tonight. BJJ McLaren wrestling of a 3-time Greco-Roman wrestling champion, Kairat AKhmetov. AKhmetov hunting for an early takedown. Nice knee to the midsection of Reese McLaren.
First one to engage in the grapple, you can see Reese McLaren was able to turn the corner and shrug off AKhmetov.
So much on the line, a place in the semi-final round of a tournament that includes Demetrius Johnson, Yuya Wakamatsu, Danny Kingat, Senzo Ikeda.
It's not obvious by now. You can see that Reese McLaren is out of the blue corner. You can tell.
Nice knee there from Akhmetov. Tries to pull the head down. Akhmetov controlling Sensuke Julie, the Kazakh. Flurry of punches, looping punches, and Reese just smiles at him. McLaren throws out a front kick. Akhmetov a looping right hand. McLaren throws out that punt kick off the back leg. The happy-go-lucky, almost Aussie larrikin attitude we see on Reese McLaren, Mitch, coming to the floor again here. All smiles in the opening round.
Yeah, he definitely enjoys every minute of the competition. It's not just the competition, but it's been all week. He's been nothing but smiles, joking around, completely enjoys his job, loves every moment in there to finally get to do what he's been dreaming of, and that is compete inside the One Championship cage.
And who competed for the Bantamweight World title at one stage against Bibiano Fernandez, came close, Mitch.
Came very close. It was a 5-round thriller, and Reese McLaren just came up on the negative side of that scorecard, but you know, that was in a completely different division. He took on the very best at bantamweight, and now he's here at flyweight. You call him the dark horse, but man, next to Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, who we get to see later tonight, I don't know if I, give anybody else the number 2 sleeve.
Probing jabs here from Akhmetov, who I'm sure fancies himself very highly in this tournament, being a former world champion. Akhmetov just gets out of the way as McLaren thought about throwing the right roundhouse kick halfway through the opening round, set for 3 by 5. Front kick there from McLaren. Probing jabs from both men. Still a real filling out process, switching stance now McLaren to southpaw and back to orthodox.
Akhmetov is doing pretty well here. He's not, backing down at all. He's got 2 takedown attempts. He's been stopped, but he's, showing definitely some aggression in this matchup.
Akhmetov told us yesterday he's been training like a demon, harder than ever before. And look at the physique on him tonight, Mitch. He is ripped, stripped, and buffed.
Yeah, he put in an 8-week camp over there at Tiger Muay Thai in Phuket, and he's surrounded by some beasts out there. So he's definitely in shape for this matchup.
Nice knee on the inside from Akhmetov. What's he looking to do here? The Greco-Roman national wrestling champion of Kazakhstan, 3-time.
Now, Greco-Roman is different than freestyle. They only have upper body attacks, so you can see he's very comfortable inside the clinch. He has a lot of throws, but now he's also able to change levels as well. So look for him to initiate that clinch, drop down, and go after the legs of McLaren.
A chance to reach the semi-final round of the Flyweight World Grand Prix on the line here inside the sold-out Rio Goku Kokugi gun in Tokyo. Big left hand drops McLaren from Kairat Akhmetov, and the Aussie Lightning springs back to his feet.
Nice left hand thrown by Akhmetov as he's able to catch McLaren on the retreat.
Oh, right looping punch there from Kairat Akhmetov. McLaren better keep his arms up. He smiles at the former world champ. McLaren left hand down the tube out of southpaw stance. Be careful of those looping punches. Jumping knee from Reese, spills out the back door. On his back now with the wrestling champion on top of him.
Good control from Akhmetov to catch McLaren as he was going over his back, position himself, put his chest to chest, and score the takedown. Good job. You can see McLaren's trying to attack off his guard right now. Was looking for a possible armbar or triangle. Good job by Akhmetov to keep the composure, keep that top position.
A small cut just to the side of the right eye of Reese McLaren. Nothing too serious. Some strikes to the top of Kairat Akhmetov's head. Both feet on hips here from McLaren. Akhmetov looks to posture up and work that left hand. Final seconds of the opening round. We're going into the next stanza. Our champions, cage side, Martin Nguyen, Brandon Vera, Stan Fairtex, so many luminaries in the house for the biggest show in history. It's One Championship, a new era, live from Tokyo, Japan.
Matt, watch this, on the retreat. They're inside the clinch, right here. McLaren starts to back away. He creates a little bit of space with that shoulder bump, but then with the arm down,
Akhmetov able to connect to the chin of McLaren. The eyes roll back. McLaren falls to the canvas, able to get his wits back, pop back up immediately. But very interesting first round. McLaren's getting touched up on the feet. Akhmetov showing good composure. He's definitely showing the experience of a former world champion.
A little over 40 minutes remains until our main show here inside the Rio Gokukokugikan in Tokyo. Second round of 3, quarterfinal number 1 of the World Flyweight Grand Prix. Kairat Akhmetov, the former flyweight champion, in the white against Aussie Rhys McLaren. Outside leg kick from McLaren.
See, McLaren has switched stances. Now he's coming out of the southpaw stance. Nice little change of scenery for Akhmetov.
Out of the entire card tonight, Mitch, I know you've been looking forward to this one almost the most.
Yeah, this match jumped out at me immediately when I saw the Flyweight World Grand Prix brackets. This match is so closely contested because these guys have very similar skill sets. One, Akhmetov is a world champion wrestler, and then we've got Rhys McLaren, who is brilliant on the ground. He's able to mix things up so well with his takedowns. Here you can see he's trying to get that takedown on Akhmetov, but Akhmetov was able to catch the knee there and almost turn him around. Watch the head position of McLaren. Look how he's driving the head into Akhmetov to get him to make sure he stays in that side control position.
Tries to thread the knee up high as Rhys McLaren. Also in the Flyweight Grand Prix quarterfinals tonight, Danny King had Shinzo Ikeda. That's coming up next. And later on, the one championship debut of the greatest, Demetrius Johnson against Yuya Wakamatsu. McLaren breaks off, threads the left hand, came close with it.
Good job by Akhmetov to get that underhook on that side and create separation.
Jab from McLaren. Looping punch from Akhmetov off the lead hand. Jab again from Aussie Rhys. Wild uppercut off both hands there from McLaren. Outside leg kick from Rhys Lightning.
McLaren's having more success out of the southpaw stance in the striking.
Nice left hand again there from Akhmetov. He dropped McLaren with it in the opening round, and it's got starch behind it.
Watch out.
Little accidental finger poke to the eye there of Kairat Akhmetov. How are you seeing the second round so far, Dragon?
McLaren's having more success, and he's initiating a little bit more as far as the aggression is concerned. At this point, it's kind of a stalemate, but you could definitely see from the previous round. Oh, he touched him there with the left hand again.
That left hand is finding range for Kairat Akhmetov out of southpaw stance, being the power hand of the Kazakh. And once more backs up Rhys McLaren. McLaren's lead hand is low, which is allowing Akhmetov to come over the top and time that left hand. Shoots in McLaren. Akhmetov spoils the party. Long reach on the jab there for McLaren. Fakes and then goes downstairs, McLaren.
Beautiful Superman punch fake for the low kick.
Akhmetov looking very focused here tonight. Try for a little knee on the inside. Popping left hand there from McLaren. Jab 2 from the Aussie. Wild uppercut. Outside leg kick. There's the response from Akhmetov. Catches the jab. Nicely done from Akhmetov and a high check.
Good counters coming from Kairat. Rhys goes first, and then Akhmetov is coming right back with shots.
1 minute 45. Second round of 3. One World Grand Prix Flyweight quarterfinal. Who goes through to the semi-finals first? Right hand just missed the target there for McLaren. Akhmetov tries the counter off the right.
It's on the exchange that Akhmetov is having success with that left hand. Takedown attempt, shrugged off. He got scraped in the eye. Olivier didn't see it, pushes him on.
McLaren threads the lead hand again. Akhmetov content to strike with the Aussie. Has the upper hand in the striking so far. Good lead hand there from McLaren. He's got the reach, that's evident, and he uses it there.
That right hand, that right jab of McLaren is beautiful. He's able to kind of extend his arm, turns his body, gets a little bit more extra inches out of it.
Wild overhand left there from Kairat Akhmetov. Under a minute remaining here in the second of 3. Akhmetov grunting, key-eyeing behind that last strike.
Good footwork. Watch how he keeps cutting the angles off of Reis. Reis keeps trying to circle out, and Akhmetov keeps his back against the cage by cutting off every angle that he gets.
For the first time in this contest, you can hear the key-eye from Akhmetov in the late stages of this second round. Really starting to load up on these strikes and try and channel all his energy. Switch up the support leg. Can Akhmetov get McLaren on his back? No, McLaren onto his feet.
Good job by McLaren to get back up to his feet. He's got the overhook, but he gives up his back. Now he's going to try to push his back up against the cage to avoid Akhmetov picking him up and trying to slam him.
2 rounds down and 1 remaining. You're watching One Championship, a new era. This is the quarterfinal #1 of the World Flyweight Grand Prix.
You can see Akhmetov waits for Reis to go first, slips the overhand left and comes back with a left of his own. Good job, good counter striking from Akhmetov. There he is again. Reis goes first, Akhmetov answers, but that time Reis answered back. Good exchanges of striking. Very interesting first 2 rounds. We can see Akhmetov, he's able to find a solution to Reis McLaren's striking game by the counter striking. You can see how the grappling has been nullified by both these guys. McLaren has attempted takedowns, been stopped. Akhmetov has attempted takedowns, been stopped, and it's coming down to the striking. And right now, Akhmetov is landing more significant shots.
All right, sold out inside the Ryo Gokugikan in Tokyo for One Championship, a new era.
All right, ready? Ready?
Reis McLaren and Kairat Akhmetov for a place in the semi-finals of the World Flyweight Grand Prix. Outside leg kick from McLaren. Southpaw stance on both these men. Hawk right hand there from McLaren. Orthodox stance on McLaren, goes the inside leg kick now.
McLaren mixing in the feints. You can see he had some success in those first couple exchanges by creating those fakes, twitching the left kicks, you know, throwing these little feints, just kind of give Akhmetov something else to think about so he's able to connect on shots. Now Akhmetov's going forward, landing big right hooks.
Powerful right hands from Akhmetov. Nicely done from the former One Flyweight World Champion. Goes downstairs to the legs. You just feel that confidence flowing on the Kazakh image.
It's confidence and aggression. That combined is giving him the edge in almost a majority of the striking exchanges. Reis McLaren's trying to change things up. He's trying to find an answer to the Akhmetov aggression, but he can't.
Thought about the high kick there, did Akhmetov. Drifts off to his right. McLaren goes a leg kick. Akhmetov tries to catch it. Backs him up against the wire now.
A nice controlled breast from McLaren. Get his breathing under control. This is tough. Akhmetov's very strong inside the clinch.
Tonight on our main card, 4 world title bouts, plus the debuts of Demetrius Johnson and Eddie Alvarez in One Championship. And also Yodson Clark Fairtex takes on Andy Sauer. A kickboxing rematch 11 years in the making.
We've also got 3 more Flyweight World Grand Prix matchups. The entire quarterfinal matchups will be on display tonight, and this is the first one. Who's going to punch their ticket?
Jabs here. Let's see if McLaren can put the foot down now. Under 3 minutes remaining, third and final round. Left-hand lead there being the cross of the southpaw. McLaren goes down to the lead leg of Akhmetov. Akhmetov tries to counter off the leg kick.
Like those leg kicks from McLaren, that's 3 that unanswered that have been thrown by him.
When was the last time, Mitch, that you did not see Reis McLaren stamp his authority in any way on the ground against the opponent?
You know, and it's going to come from a wrestling champion like Akhmetov. He's been able to control so many people on the ground and pick people apart. But this just goes to show you the wrestling pedigree that Akhmetov has.
Once again, the audience here in Tokyo, pin drop silence, the most respectful and educated martial arts fans on the planet. They are on the edge of their seats, they are studying, they are enjoying every technique thrown here.
Like these leg kicks by McLaren, want to keep seeing him go to him. He's slowing down the movement of Akhmetov. Akhmetov's not able to move as well. He's not able to cut the corners as he was, but those leg kicks are slowing down Akhmetov.
High kick there from Akhmetov. 140 remains. McLaren just guards up against the counter left hand from the Kazakh.
Show your finger, watch out.
Just a warning there for Akhmetov. Be careful of the open fingers when throwing the punches. High knee there from the former flyweight world champion. Counter left hand from Akhmetov. Just a little brick outhouse is Kairat Akhmetov, continually walking forward on McLaren. And punch combination again. McLaren trying to work some angles, lots of lateral movement, has a hold of a leg now.
Let's see if he can secure this takedown. Akhmetov's got good single leg balance. You can see McLaren went in between the legs on the foot, so it isolates the foot of Akhmetov, so he's not able to pull it out. Let's see if McLaren can turn this single into a double leg.
Just glancing around this brilliant storied career, storied arena, I should say. So many luminaries here, cage side. And our own one world champions. You see there, Stan Fairtex, Martin Ewan, and Brandon Vera in the background. Oh, nice left hand, smack bang with the kisser from Akhmetov. Backs up McLaren, and McLaren breaks off just back to center cage.
McLaren shoots in for the double leg now. Akhmetov's gonna try to keep him up. He's got an underhook on the left side, and he's able to control the posture of McLaren. Good job from Akhmetov. You think Akhmetov was bothered by all the chatter that was surrounding Reese McLaren, calling him the dark horse. You know, maybe he felt I was being underrated. I'm not getting the respect I deserve. I'm a former champ.
Very cerebral performance from Kairat Akhmetov tonight. His striking has been on point, and we go down to the judges to decide who gets the first slot in the semi-final round of the Flyweight World Grand Prix.
Wow, impressive performance from both these guys. Look at that show of respect. Reese McLaren raising the hand of Akhmetov. That might be a telltale sign that he feels he didn't quite do enough. Nice little exchange from Kairat Akhmetov as he marches forward, throwing those hands, connecting, touching Reese McLaren. Mid-smile, hooks to the head of Reese McLaren. Brilliant performance from Kairat Akhmetov.
How do you have it, folks, wherever you're watching around the world? Do you have it for the Kazakh, the former world's champion, Kairat Akhmetov, or do you have it for the Aussie, Reese McLaren? Akhmetov all smiles here. Striking looked very sharp tonight. Let's go to Dom Lau, find out our winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have scored this contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision from the red corner, Kairat Akhmetov.
Mouy immediately takes the center of the ring. Kim said in his last match he was tentative, he was trying to counter-strike. That's not his game. He wants to be aggressive. He wants to go first. He wants to keep Mouy on the back foot.
Mouy's strength is the decision. It's very durable. Looks to push the pressure all the way up, all 3 rounds. Kim says he wants to stop that and utilize his own strikes. Make it a little bit more exciting. He knows that Mouy wants to pull him to the ground.
And that's what Mouy did against a huge unanimous decision win against Kairat of France. He was just continuously pushing forward, grinding on his opponent, putting him down and punishing him on the ground.
Both men in the feeling out process still.
You see Kim's taking it very carefully. He knows just how dangerous Mouy is. But Kim's allowing Mouy to back him up into the corner.
This is what Kim said he did not want to do.
Mouy throws that straight right hand, but good job by Kim to circle out and not allow Mouy to get up against the corner.
starting to get light on his feet. You can see this is a 4th degree black belt in Taekwondo that is very adaptable at his kicks. He's always throwing those big kicks, just like that.
Nice little switch kick there by Dae-Hwan Kim. Probed off this jab. Recognized that Mouy was ducking a little bit. Threw the high kick up, hoping to land, but Mouy, great reflexes.
Mouy typically gets the takedown by pushing people up against the cage and then dragging them down. But this is a ring, so it changes that aspect of it. It'll be interesting to see if he can corner Dae-Hwan Kim and push him up against the ring ropes and then drag him back down.
Dae-Hwan Kim needs to be light on his feet. He's doing a little bit now.
He's gonna come down with those hands. Watch Mouy try to close the distance. Trying to get nice and tight.
Both men very tentative. Shows you the level of respect Dae-Hwan Kim has for Mouy.
He's trying to find his distance. Cav hasn't quite found that reach. Hasn't quite found that range that he wants to get into. Again, now these guys are just throwing shots, just trying to find their range. Mouy tries to step in with an overhand right. I like the leg kick by Dae-Hwan Kim. I'd like to see more of that. You can see Mouy's luring Dae-Hwan Kim into a slugfest. Nice little flying knee attempt there by Dae-Hwan Kim as he lands a punch on the exit.
Kim needs to stay patient. Even though he's not doing much right now, he can't be lured into a brawl with Mouy. That's what Mouy wants. Dae-Hwan Kim needs to utilize more of his Taekwondo. Use those kicks, flicking kicks. Draw a reaction from Mouy.
He says he watched a lot of footage of Mouy, and that's how Mouy gets some of his takedowns, is by catching the kicks. But you can see that Mouy seems to be content just to stand there and box with him.
There you go. Goes back to the leg kick.
Like the leg kick of Dae-Hwan Kim. He can't just throw it one at a time. He's got to put the hands first.
Kim needs to double up the jab, double up the strikes.
You can see when they get close, they start just trading.
Anytime you have Dae-Hwan Kim on a bout card, expect this. Dae-Hwan Kim is an exciting athlete.
Look at him just going toe-to-toe, chin tucked in, and the leather is flying.
You see that Dae-Hwan Kim, hits him with the right behind the ear, stumbles Mouy a little bit, follows up with the strikes. He might have him hurt here. That's it. Wow. Dae-Hwan Kim, one opening was all he needed.
Dae-Hwan Kim gets another big knockout victory. He said that's exactly what he wanted to do. He said he wanted to close the distance, utilize the hands, not allow Mouy to catch the kicks, so he didn't throw very many of them at all. It was all boxing, it was all hands, very aggressive. Look at these two going toe-to-toe.
The shot that hurts Mouy is a right hand that lands right behind his ear. Both men just going, exchanging back and forth, real dangerous, but Dae-Hwan Kim, trusting his chin, continues to fire in the pocket. Uppercut right there. That right hand right there is the one that hurt Mouy. Follows up, pushed him against the back to the rope. Right hand again that lands. Uppercuts against the rope that stopped Mouy. Let's look at it again. Pushes him against the ropes, lands 2 clean uppercuts. Referee Olivier Cost steps in to save the day.
The first right hand stumbled him, the second one wounded him, and the uppercuts finished him off.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Olivier Cost, has called a stop to this contest after 4 minutes and 11 seconds in the first round for your winner by way of technical knockout, Dae-Hwan Kim!